This place definitely.
Oh, look at the udders on that cow. Holy shit.
If this dude says, this place definitely smells like old people, I'm gonna fucking flip shit.
It smells like old farts and mothballs.
Smells like old people.
Can't fucking make this shit up, dude. I fucking hate my life.
I thought you were just about to say from a neo-Nazi, and I was like, don't. The sheriff department will put up, like, the days or the week's mugshots. Bet you're going through that and there's a fucking picture. Why are you so mad about vegetables?
Well, let me tell you, they just sit in a wheelchair all day doing nothing. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Functional Idiots Podcast, episode 52. I'm Dylan, and I'm here with...
Yeah, did your stuff cut out already? We just started.
I said I'm here with, and you didn't say anything.
Well, you didn't. I thought you were just being stupid. Then I thought your stuff cut out. I'm like, damn, that's got to be a new record. 30 seconds.
Oh, wait, I'm here with. And you didn't say shit. Mrs. Q, what a fucking idiot. That's why we're called the Functional Idiots.
Hey, if you're looking for professionalism, you're in the wrong place. All right, let me just tell you that right now. Yes, episode 52. Got to do a lot of stuff that, well, not a lot of stuff. We got a video that we've been wanting to do for the last 2 episodes, but when you're pushing 3 hours for both, you gotta hack and whack some shit out.
And Colton still has to clean his anal beads, so, you know.
What?
Huh?
No, I already did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
You're ahead of schedule, buddy.
Yeah, I'm running ahead. It's fucking, yeah.
How'd you clean them when they're still in you?
Bleach. I bleach my asshole so then they get clean on the way out.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, let's get back on.
Stinker Winker's not a fresh Stinker Winker.
I prefer the linen scent.
Linen scent.
Oh no, I lost my
of
train of
course,
thought.
I'm here with my water as well.
We don't care. You could be drinking fucking piss for all we care. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. We've already talked about people drinking piss on here before, so.
We have.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have. I don't know what episode that was. Yeah. That was unfortunate as all hell. But anyways, so let's roll right into this. So I'm sure everybody, and I'm tired of it myself, like the last, I don't know, 5 episodes in a row, or 5 out of 6, I've brought up NASCAR. Now this is gonna be the last one for at least a while. A while, because it's the off season. But it's funny, right? It's a comical one.
It's not going to be like a long ass, because this is what causes our podcast to be long. You're like, I got to bring up NASCAR. And we're running on 30 minutes. Oh, and we just passed 45. Great.
Yeah. No, this one's a fast. So that last weekend, at least from when we're recording this, was the championship weekend in Phoenix, right? And at Phoenix, well, how NASCAR does their procedures of when they're coming to the green flag. So when they hit the 1 to go at the start finish line, they'll turn the caution lights off around the racetrack, and then the lights off the pace car or the caution car, or I don't even know what the fuck F1 calls it. The safety car. All right. And then they'll do the lap, and then right before they get to pit road, the pace car will then pull off, and then the leader or the rest of the field will go to the restart zone, and then they'll take the green flag and go. Well, at all the racetracks except one, being Phoenix, the entrance to pit road, well, not all the racetracks, I should say, but for most of them, the entrance to pit road at Phoenix is off of turn 2 because of how Phoenix is set up and how pit road is set up, where basically every other racetrack except a couple, being like Martinsville, for example, the entrance to pit road is usually off of turn 4. Or coming into the tri-oval if it's something like Daytona or like a mile and a half, right? So There's not much time from when the pace car pulls off to when the field hits the restart zone. Like I said, at Phoenix, it's off of turn 2. So the field has to go at, I think caution speed is like 35 or 40 miles an hour at Phoenix. 40 miles an hour all the way down the backstretch through turns 3. And then at the exit of 4 is where the restart zone is, right? Yeah. So we hit the 1 to go. Pace car turns its lights off. We go through go through turn 1, go through coming off of turn 2, and then I don't know if it was like indecisiveness or if the guy driving the pace car forgot we were at the 1 to go, or he forgot that Phoenix, the entrance to pit road, is off at turn 2, but he did like a hard right, and he fucking smoked the sand barrels at the beginning of pit road. Like, dude, come on. At that point, if you're not going to make it, just be like, call the tower and be like, hey, guys, I forgot. What? Let's add another lap. Just flick the lights back on. No. We're going to try and make this small gap. 0 chance of making it. Smoke the sand barrels. Now we got to red flag the race because we got to fucking replace the sand barrels. Got the big entrance of pits. Like, Jesus Christ.
Dust clouds in the air. Like,
oh, my God. If you could, you want to talk about a microcosm for NASCAR season, it's right there. The fucking pace car hitting the sand barrels. That is the 2024 season for NASCAR in a second right there. That wraps everything up. What a shit show. You want to talk about amateur hour? Oh my God. Are you for fucking real? Oh, that dude, and honestly, you fucking wrecked the pace car at a professional auto racing event.
Ooh.
Talk about some irony. We're professionals. Yeah, you are professionals, all right. So I just wanted to get that out of the way because that was just fucking funny. Like, oh my God. You can't. It's like the lights, when the lights went out at the Super Bowl. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was at the Superdome when the lights went out in like the third quarter or some shit. Mm-hmm. It was just like, what are we doing, guys? Did somebody forget to pay the fucking electric bill? Do we have a new guy driving the pace car? What are we doing? Come on, guys. Seriously. Jesus. Yeah, so, all right, I just wanted to get that out of the way. But hopefully this will be the last you hear from me of NASCAR until I go down to the Daytona 500, but that was just because hopefully I have stories to tell. So, but speaking of hopefully the last time that happens, hopefully that's the last time the Lions decide to play like absolute dog piss in the first half of a game. They had no business winning that game against the Texans.
They absolutely did not.
They had that was criminal that they won that game. But I will say, however, though, how do you know if a football team is good? When they win games, they have no business in winning.
Yep.
That's when you know you have a good football team.
Dan Campbell's quoted as saying almost that exact thing where he was like, even on your bad days, if you still win, that's the sign of a good team. And I'm like, yes, it is. Oh my God.
It is. It's just...
It's been over 80 years.
What did they say? It was the first time since like 1970 that a team has thrown 5 picks, but then still won the game.
I think the last person to do it, team to do it. I'm not going to sit here and guess. I don't know.
Doesn't matter. But anyways, it basically has never happened.
A long time. Yeah.
It's never happened. Never happened. So, I mean, hopefully that's a sign of good things to come that, like, hey, the Lions, they could beat the shit out of teams that they should, and they beat the shit out of the Cowboys, which is awesome. But now they're winning games that they play like ass in. Now, it helped that the Texans forgot how to fucking put a football through the uprights or bring it into the end zone for the last 30 minutes of the game, so that helped. 30 minutes of game time, not real life time. But yeah, that's... good on them. Like I said, if you can win games you don't deserve to win.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Hey, maybe. So, but it's all right because they'll lose to the fucking Bears on Thanksgiving Day because, well, that's a Lions tradition. They always lose on Thanksgiving.
Fuck up, you motherfucker.
They always lose on Thanksgiving. Not. Yes, they are.
Nope.
They're gonna play like absolute dog ass on Thanksgiving and make a goddamn mockery of themselves. No. I'm telling you right now. Now, it's going to be nice because the Cowboys suck ass too, so then we get to watch Jerry Jones pout in his fucking owner's suite, so that's going to be awesome. Well, then again, they're playing the Giants. Actually, no, they might not. They might actually win that game.
Okay, yeah, they're playing the Giants.
Because the Giants just lost. Yeah, because... I believe the Giants just lost to the fucking Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
The worst part is they had to go overseas to do it, too. They had to go to Germany. You flew all the way to Germany just to fucking lose to the Panthers. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Dude, the poor Germans. They're like, oh, yeah, we're getting an NFL team. Who's playing? The New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. I'm sorry, the Charlotte Panthers. Sweet, we get to watch the 2 worst fucking teams in the league go head-to-head against each other. Awesome. Take my money.
I love how we were playing COD yesterday. And Tim was like, yeah, the Cowboys are the worst in the league. Tim, did you forget that the Giants and the fucking Panthers exist? Because they are ass.
Yeah, they are. I don't know.
They're mega ass.
I don't know how you can see. I don't even know how you could fix the Giants because they can't decide if they're going to be a mediocre team or a terrible team.
One.
Yeah, they're not. I won't even. They're not. I don't think they've been good. They've just been
they've been one good 1 year. 9
yeah, 1 year, and that
whatever.
was just by pure chance. But it's like
I can't tell you what. Wow, that was that was something. I almost said Joe Biden, and I don't know why. The issue with the Giants is
We
Daniel
finally
Jones.
beat Medicare.
Okay, yeah. The issue is with Daniel Jones. He doesn't have weapons per se. I mean, they got rid of Saquon Barkley. That's a huge issue.
wow, did they get rid
but-
of him or did he leave on his own?
I think they traded the Eagles.
Probably
with the
because
Eagles.
he said, I'm not playing for you guys. So they want at least to get something out of him, right?
Yeah.
Rather than letting him go to free agency or something like that.
But
Or pull an Antonio Brown and just not fucking show up. So
there you go. But yeah, Daniel Jones, he's okay. He's not the best quarterback, so they have to fix their quarterback situation.
I think even if you put him in, like you swapped him out for Jared Goff, I don't think he's an elite quarterback to begin with.
What, Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's why I said he's okay. He's not.
Right, because I mean, if you look at the Lions, right, you can tell Matthew Stafford was a good quarterback because even when the Lions were terrible and they had one good fucking receiver, i.e. Megatron, he was still able to get some shit done, right? Like in a 2-minute drill. All right, then you could see, okay, yeah, he's definitely got it. He's got the it factor. But you don't see it in Daniel
He's got
Jones
the
like
touch.
yeah, you don't see it in Daniel Jones. There's a guy on YouTube
Yeah,
I watch. He calls him Danny Derps.
Danny Derps.
He just you don't ever see those moments where he's able to win a game at the end of a game.
Yeah, for sure. But switching over to Carolina, the issue with their program is
That's not a
everybody
short
that
list.
runs it is they're a fucking idiot.
Well, it starts from the top down. The owner, Dave
Yeah.
Tippett.
Yeah, they're all. It's so frustrating to me because, it last year? I think it was last year. They franchise tagged a offensive lineman, I think, and then they fucking traded him. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you only get one franchise tag, and it's like for,
Yeah, and if you trade him away,
a
you
pretty long time, right?
Yeah, if you trade him away or if you don't sign or something, you take a very big cap penalty or something like that.
That and that player is more valuable because you franchise tagged them. Now,
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I would understand if they traded him was like, okay, we haven't used our franchise tag, let's franchise tag him, get a better pick. Except they don't get better picks; they just get shit.
Well, it didn't
Bryce
help
Young-
that they traded away the first overall pick to fucking Chicago.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, come on, guys. I mean, you didn't need another quarterback. I mean, Bryce Young, now I think he's overhyped because he played in Alabama, so he was surrounded by greatness, so it made him look better than what he was. But people are expecting him to make gravy out of dog shit. Like, he's not. What the hell does he have to work with? There's nobody there. Nobody there.
Well, here's the thing: you can make gravy out of dog shit. It's just not going to be good.
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, but
But the issue is Bryce Young is inexperienced with shit teams.
well, this is only his second year in the league.
Right. 2, he had no veteran QBs to actually help him. Be
Yeah, that
better.
hurt. That hurts. That hurts.
So I mean, with Joe, is it Joe Flacco?
He's in Indianapolis.
Yeah, he's the Colts. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and who's the is it something Andy Richardson or something like that? Or no, it's not him. Not
Anthony Richardson.
that. Anthony
is
Richardson.
Colts.
Okay. Yeah.
But who did they have? Andy Dalton. That's who it was. Yeah,
I think
Andy
last
Dalton.
year.
No, Andy Dalton. Is,
Oh, this year too? I don't.
Yes,
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyways, continue on.
Yeah. So, so now he has Andy Dalton, which is a decent choice. I mean, he was good when he was younger. But the issue is the Carolina Panthers fucking do stupid-ass shit and make stupid-ass moves. Like, you get rid of the franchise tag person. Like you said, you might take a cap penalty. And then they re-sign a defensive lineman to an outrageous contract. Like, he's getting paid. I haven't seen him do shit. That's because I don't bother to watch the Panthers. The Panthers suck. But
is he as good as, say, I don't know, this guy named Aiden Hutchinson?
Oh, I don't know, but he's getting paid the same amount, pretty much.
Oh, then he's not as good as him though.
I don't think so. No.
So that's what we call at least when it comes around to the NHL, over fucking paid.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. Carolina just doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They can't distinguish their hands from their asses, and it's very noticeable.
That's the same feeling I have with the fucking Red Wings right now, but that's a different. It's a different thing right now.
Poor Red Wings.
Oh my god, dude! It's like, are we gonna be good this year, or are we just gonna be like a 500 team? Because a 500 team doesn't really ever make the playoffs. It can happen, but it's not gonna happen. But so anyway, that's a different thing. But I understand what the NFL. You have 32 teams. Not all 32 teams can be good at the same time. That's just not statistically possible. And you don't want all 32 teams good at the same time because you need some losers, right? You need some losers out there for the Chiefs to be able to barely beat by a fucking score.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So I understand that, but it's like I've said this the last few years, but it's like in the last 5 years, the quality of football in the NFL has just nosedived. Just absolutely nosedived. Like, you'll have 3, maybe 4 actually good, really good teams, but then the other 28 are fucking terrible. Like, that, no, it needs to be at least
mediocre.
Yeah. But it's like, no, it needs to be at least, let's get it, like, at least half need to be in the good category. 16 teams in the league need to be in the good category. Now, arguably, I would say the Redskins are pretty good. They're, 7-3? Because they just lost to Philly. But they're 7-3, I think they are, or something like, or 7-3? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're 7-3. So, I mean, they've definitely turned it around there. It helps that they have a really good quarterback in Jane Daniels. He's fucking balling out of his mind right now. And I mean, the Ravens are doing Ravens things. Like, they'll be good, and then they'll lose to teams that they should beat.
Let's go through. I'm gonna go through the top dogs of each division. Okay.
Okay. Let me guess who's the NFC. Hold on. All right, say the division, and then let me guess.
AFC East.
AFC East. The Bills.
Yes, 8-2, which is respectable. I mean, obviously.
Do they play Kansas City next? Or no,
yes, they do.
Is that this Sunday or next Sunday?
Yes, it is.
Okay, go Bills, go! Shit,
please, Bills, come on!
Is it in KC or Buffalo?
It's in KC.
Oh fuck! So we won't have Bills Mafia. Damn it!
All right. AFC North.
AFC North.
Yep, there's 2 of them that are top dogs.
Oh, 2 of them that are tied. The Steelers. I think they're in the AFC North, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay, so is that one of them?
Yep.
All right, who's the other one? Not the Browns, they're trash. Not the Bengals, they're trash. AFC North. Not the. I don't know who would be the other one.
The Ravens.
Oh, Ravens.
You said.
Okay.
They're not quite tied, but they're pretty close. Pittsburgh is 7-2 because they have a bye week.
Oh, so
and Baltimore Ravens 7-3. So they obviously one has had their bye week, one hasn't.
Right. So, but basically, if you go by wins, they're tied.
Yes. So, and both Steelers surprisingly are decent. The Baltimore Ravens, they're pretty solid every year. Just stupid mistakes. AFC South.
AFC South.
Yes.
It better not be the Falcons. No, it might be the. Okay. See, this is where I can't always remember who's in what, AFC or NFC wise. Okay, so it can't be the Buccaneers because they played the Lions, so it's not them. They're NFC. AFC South. Can't be Jacksonville. They're terrible.
They're in the AFC South, but yeah, it's not Jacksonville.
I'd say it can't be them. They're terrible. I don't think it's Miami because they suck too.
Miami is in AFC East.
Okay, well they suck anyway. So
Yeah,
AFC
I'm not
South can't.
saying. You got the Tennessee Titans,
They trash.
Indianapolis Colts.
Okay,
They're okay.
they're okay.
And then we just faced these guys. The Detroit Lions did.
Oh, the Texans.
Yeah, Texans are top dog, obviously,
Okay.
for AFC South, which is not surprising. I mean,
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're at least above 500.
The
They're playing
AFC
500 ball.
fucking West.
Oh, let me guess. Let's go with the we're gonna fuck everybody over because we're gonna give you bullshit calls at the end of the game team.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Kansas City Queefs.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, them the Kansas Swifty Chiefs. Yeah,
So obviously AFC West is the Kansas City Chiefs. Now the only reason why they're
have they had their bye week yet or
considered
no?
good, no,
No, so they're 9-0.
no, yes they have. Sorry.
Oh, so they're
They
8-0.
have.
Okay,
What? No,
Or-
they're 9-0.
or 9-0. Sorry, they're not 10.
It's
Okay,
week.
yeah.
It's week
Hopefully,
11 right now.
hopefully they'll be 9-1.
Or it's week 10. It's week 11 for fantasy. So the Kansas City Chiefs are 9-0, right?
Yep.
And that's the only reason why they're top dog is because they're 9-0.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're dog water.
Well, that's because who else is in their division? The what? Raiders, the Broncos, and
the Chargers.
The
The Chargers are
Chargers.
actually putting up a fight. 6-3,
Yeah, but it's
not
but
too bad.
yeah, but like look at the other two teams in the in their division. Yeah, right.
The
Although
Broncos.
they should have left, they should have fucking lost to the Broncos. It just sucks that the Broncos don't know how to have a fucking offensive line to make a fucking field goal at the end of the game.
That dude
Stupid
fucking
fuck.
sold, and you can't convince me otherwise. That motherfucker
Yeah, he had money.
got
He
toppled
had-
over. Fuck out of here.
he had money on the game. I bet.
although
He's like,
the-
oh shit, we can't win. I'm gonna lose my ass. We need to lose. I had money on the Chiefs winning.
The Broncos are 5-5, so they're not.
So they should be 6-4, but whatever.
They're not. Yeah, they're not considered a good team. They're just average.
Yeah.
Now we're in the NFC. NFC East.
NFC East. Yeah, it's got to be the Eagles.
It is the Eagles.
Yeah.
A close second is the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they're pretty because they're what? Yeah, the Eagles are what 7
Eagles
No,
are
they're
8-2.
8-2,
And Washington
and the-
Commanders are 7.
the Washington who?
Redskins.
Thank you. Sorry,
Are
they are the
7-4.
Redskins. They will always be the Redskins to me. Oh, that's right. They played on Thursday night, so that's why they have 11. Okay, that's right. I forgot they played Thursday night.
Yeah. So, 7-4. Another good contender.
I think
We'll
they,
save
if
that
they
one for last.
if they can make the playoffs, and I think they have a really good chance to. I think they could be sneaky good, like sneaky good. Like they can surprise.
Dane Daniels
I mean,
is playing out of his.
if
fucking
Detroit
mind
keeps
right now.
going the way they're going, they should have the bye because they're 8-1, right?
Right.
They should get the bye, so they won't have to play in a wild card game. But yeah, if the Commanders, or I'm sorry, the Redskins can do it, I think they can. They won't go deep because they don't have the depth on their team, I think, but I think they could surprise some people. At least make games close, right? Not get blown the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Okay, and then obviously you got the Dallas Cowgirls, who 3-6. That is beautiful to see.
Yeah.
And then the
Oh,
New York
yeah.
Littles. So, because they ain't
Littles.
looking too giant.
Now, that was actually a good one.
The NFC North.
Oh, let me guess. The Chicago Bears.
Absolutely not. Obviously, the Detroit Lions are 8-1, top dog of the NFC in general, and obviously Kansas City is.
Well, no, they're actually top dog of the league because they know how to win a games by more than one score.
Yeah. And then Minnesota Vikings are coming in with 7-2. Again, they're starting to show cracks. So,
Yeah.
I heard that Sam Darnold kind of shit the bed, but still got it done. And then I guess you can't really leave out the Green Bay Packers either. They're 6-3, so they're moving their way up.
Yeah, they're
The 3 out of 4 teams of the NFC North are pretty dangerous.
well, it is arguably the most competitive division Because
Yes.
prior to this week, all the teams were either 500 or above.
Yep.
So it
and
is
then we got
arguably the most competitive division.
The NFC South, I feel the goofiest fucking division in the NFL, but that's just me.
That's the one with that has the Saints in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they're what fucking
Panthers.
no, they just won a game, so they're 3-7.
Yep.
They won their first 2 games. They're like, oh my god, the Saints are good. Proceeded to lose 7 in a fucking row.
Ouch.
Like a big oops, man. Is it the Falcons leading that division?
Yeah, it sure is. 6
Yeah.
and 4. Falcons, and then
I'm sorry, when a team is 6-4 and they're leading the division, fucking big oops, man. You're right. That is a goofy ass division.
There's one more. There is one more. With 6-4 leading the division.
It's a
in the
goofy
NFC
ass
West.
Is it the Rams? No, it's got to be
It's
the
the
49ers. Cardinals.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. No, it's not. What are the 49ers? They got to be, well, they're probably like what? 5-4.
Los
Jesus
Angeles Rams are
Christ.
4-5, and the Seahawks are 4-5. Wow. So
Fucking ouch.
So I just went through the top dogs. So Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, Houston Texans, Kansas City. I'm going to include the Chargers. I think they're doing well.
Well, okay, so what are all the teams that have 6 or more wins?
All the teams that have so Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Chargers.
Which one? Oh, Chargers.
Philadelphia Eagles, Washington, Detroit Lions, Minnesota, Green Bay, Atlanta Falcons, and the Cardinals.
So that's 13 teams that have 6 wins or more.
Yeah.
Now, arguably, some of those teams only have so many wins because, their division sucks ass. So
And they suck the refs off. But
Yeah.
besides the point. Now, obviously, there's a few teams that aren't going to bounce back this year. The Jets, Patriots, more than likely the Miami Dolphins aren't going to bounce back.
yeah, what the hell happened there? I even said I think the Dolphins could be pretty good, and they've been nothing but just total dog shit the whole year.
It doesn't help that fucking Tua got a concussion and just
I
he
understand
just
that.
continues to make stupid fucking plays.
Well, I wonder if it's because his head is a little cuckoo.
Well, this is his 4th concussion, and
Yeah.
NFL standards are pretty much like 3 and you're done. And this motherfucker goes, so are you gonna wear the Guardian cap? No. Why not? Just personal reasons. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Put the Guardian cap on.
Yeah. Like, we made fun of it because you're being stupid, but you are the exact reason why the Guardian cap is allowed.
Yeah, like, listen, there's been a few players out here that have put the Guardian caps on, and I thought they were going to look fucking stupid as shit. No, they put, like, the team logo on. They make it look like the team helmet. So,
Yeah.
you can tell, but if you're, like, fast-paced, you're not going to see it. The Cincinnati Bengals. This is a little bit of a topic. I think Cincinnati is good.
Okay,
But
this is a hot
they
take.
have a hard time closing out games.
They can't get out of their own way, is basically what you're saying.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Joe Burrow, great quarterback. That motherfucker has put up 85 points for me in fantasy, all right?
Yeah, man, he's got them frosted.
Compared to last year,
He's got them frosted tips. Hell yeah.
compared to last year, he did absolutely horrible. I fucking hated having him on my team. But so then we go down to the Texans. Texans, they're 6-4. They're good. They just got some kinks to work out.
I think this is CJ
score in the
Stroud's.
second half.
This is CJ Stroud's second season, right?
Yes,
I think he's just having the sophomore slump because he's definitely not as good as he was last year.
Last year he went off. I think it's because
I think it's because you see it all the time in the NHL too. A new guy will come in and he'll fucking tear it up, and then the second season he's just not as good. That's why they call it the sophomore slump. Is because he's new, right? Nobody knows what he can and what his weaknesses are because there's not a bunch of film on him. per se, versus now teams have 17 games worth of film on CJ Stroud, so they can see, oh yeah, he's not very good once the pocket collapses. He's not good at scrambling, or I don't know if he actually is it or isn't. I'm just throwing shit out. Or if you put pressure on if it starts even just closing in on more encroaching, he makes a lot of mistakes.
Or like for example, I'll take Jared Goff for this. Jared Goff, fucking terrible when he throws on the run. So if you can get Jared Goff to make him run the ball and try and throw it,
you've
that's
got
your
it
best
made.
bet.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, during the Texans game, he did throw an absolute fucking dart to Sam Laporta on the run, which was quite amazing. But that just, that's not the norm. That's exception.
That's a 10.
The Kansas City Chiefs are frauds with their 9-0. There's games that they should have lost. There's
like
games
against the Broncos.
Yeah, there's games that, obviously they had help with the refs, and that's not just.
Well, you have to ask. You have to ask a question though: are they legitimately frauds, or are they just sandbagging?
What do you mean?
Like, are they legitimately frauds in the sense
right.
that they're not as good as what they are, or are they just sandbagging, which is a racing term, meaning that they are intentionally not going or playing at the best of their ability? They're just playing good enough to win games.
Okay. I think, here's the thing. Travis Kelce got told, I guess, rumored. No, I didn't know this. I don't know if this is actually true. But Travis Kelce was said to have been told that if he didn't step up in the next game that they played, so this past game, where they went 9-0, that he would be canned. Like, he'd be sat on the bench for, I don't know, for the next 2 weeks, whatever, rest of the season, whatever.
Don't get my hopes up like that, Andy Reid.
So, obviously, Travis Kelce showed out and helped them win. So, moving on. Los Angeles Chargers, 6-3. This is what we were talking about. Like, I guess what other people were talking about. Justin Herbert, good quarterback. Has to be good coaching. So, and Jim Harbaugh, I think, is the perfect fit for him.
Yeah, I do too.
So
it's just going to take some time. I think people are thinking that Harbaugh is going to get in, and they're like, "Oh, they're going to be fucking 10-7 or 11-7,
like, undefeated." Woo!
Yeah, no, they're fucking not. Settle the fuck down, right? Now, I think they could make it to 10-7, but anything past that, I think you need to say, like, this is just a first year. Just because a head coach come in, yes, he can help with the current roster. If you bring in a head coach in, he can help squeeze a few more wins out of it, but you still need more weapons.
Yep. So then we go to the Denver Broncos. And now the Denver Broncos are at a point where, yeah, they're 500. They're 5-5. They have a chance to actually be great. So they have the potential. I don't know if it'll happen this season. It could happen, next season, the season after. Bo Nix is starting to come in on his own. But it's just one of those things that are going to take time because he's also a rookie quarterback. The Philadelphia Eagles, I think they're finally getting their groove in. It does help that their division, 2 division teams actually suck. And the Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels, great fucking quarterback. At least for a rookie. Should win offensive rookie of the year. If not Rookie of the Year, because boom. The Detroit Lions. Obviously, there were some issues last game, but we did close it out. The main issue I think I've seen with the Detroit Lions is not necessarily that they're too aggressive. There's just certain things they shouldn't be. It's with the players. The issue is with the players. Sometimes they're not aggressive enough. Sometimes they're too aggressive. Sometimes, so they just need to find a better middle ground to actually, perform the same way each game. Now, Goff has had 2 bad games, the Texans and then the Buccaneers. Both times he's just not been there. until when they needed it. And even when they needed it for the Bucks, they lost. So they got lucky in Jake Bates having to close out the game, which is nice to see that it's been a while for, we won 2 games because of our kicker instead of all of them. So the Minnesota Vikings, Sam Darnold, cracks are showing, my guy. Cracks are showing. But they're a solid team still. Got Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson is back, so hopefully they'll start producing. Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, kind of overrated, but again, not a bad quarterback. And the Bears are the Bears. Enough said. The Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins, veteran QB, does a decent job with what he's got. He's got Drake London, Kyle Pitts is. I don't know how good Kyle Pitts is doing. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I also think this is a team that can show up when they should. Whatever, not that big of a deal. Arizona Cardinals, I think they've just been getting lucky, but I'm not saying that they don't have skill. They do have skill. I think Kyler Murray is okay at quarterback. He's doing what he can. San Francisco 49ers, 5-4. Ugh. You would think you'd see a little bit better performance from them. But I think Brock Purdy has a lot of potential. I think they'll be just fine this year. Now, for all the teams that fucking suck dick, New York Jets, New England Patriots, Dolphins, Cleveland Browns, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Las Vegas Raiders, New York Giants, the Bears, even though I already said them, the Saints, Panthers, Rams, and Seahawks. We've already discussed about how Carolina just needs to figure out their shit in the offices. I think they have. This is another team that has potential in their quarterback if they do it right, which they fucking haven't been. The Saints are in the middle. Oh shit, are still in the middle of a rebuild, I guess. That's all I can say. That's an excuse for them. They're just trash. They have Alvin Kamara as running back. He's doing good this year, at least fantasy-wise. I mean, he's putting up good stats. So they're a little bit of a surprise. I don't know why they're, blow out two teams and then just suck the rest. But Seattle and the Rams, I think they have potential as well. Rams, they've had a good offense. Seahawks, they're always a tough team. But yeah, some of these just have no hope. Like the Las Vegas Raiders, I was hoping they were gonna do some shit, and they haven't yet. So I don't know if that's just because they lost Devontae Adams and Anthony Pierce just joined. So I think to kind of close it out, Colin, you still there? Oh, okay. He texted me. Just finish my point and then stop, and I'll be right there. So to just kind of finish it out, each of these teams can have the potential. Each of the bad teams have the potential to be better. Now, what it is, if you need more weapons on your team or whatever, there's one team specifically, the Carolina Panthers, need to figure something else out, because the way that they are managing their team is just absolute fucking trash. It's tragic. It's fucking bad for the fans. So, that's just something to hopefully look out for there, Carolina. But other than that, each team has the potential. I didn't talk about one team, and that's the Dallas Cowgirls. What can I say? Dak Prescott's okay at quarterback. He just makes stupid mistakes. He's got CeeDee Lamb, and that's pretty much it. So obviously, if you're going to target one receiver, they're going to double cover, triple cover, whatever. So they got to get out of there. Their coaching's not too hot. I think Mike McCarthy could get a team to a playoff, but not finish it out. So I think that's something they should look out for is, okay, what kind of coaching things do we need to change? And then obviously the big issue of Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones should just run it as an owner. Find somebody else with a GM for a GM. Because that dynamic is important in football. Having your GM and head coach know what they want, if they're on the same page, you're not going to have any kind of traction until, you get to, okay, why aren't we winning? Why are we losing all the time? Whatever. Well, it's because your GM and your coach needs to get together on that. And there should be a little bit of a buffer between owner and coach. So, my advice is for all the teams that kind of are doo-doo right now, take a look at all the player-coached teams. Detroit Lions, the Atlanta Falcons, the Houston Texans with D'Amico Ryans. They're aggressive enough to where they're going to win games. So that's just my point on that. And now we're waiting for Colton.
All right, we'll just do a hard chop here. We'll just move on to other things then. So, all right, you ready then, fat ass?
Yeah, you'll enjoy that ASMR segment. It's pretty fun.
No, I won't. I'll just cut it out.
You fucking bitch.
Dude, it's like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, I was talking during those 10 minutes.
No, you were not talking during those 10 minutes because it's just going to cut out during that point. Anyways, I had to cut it because I got interrupted. So I have no idea what Dylan was talking about the last 2 minutes. So we're just going to move on to other things. So hopefully Dylan wrapped that point up pretty good. I got one news story here, and it's a very frustrating news story before we move on to Functional Idiots React. So obviously the election happened, 2 weeks ago now? A little over 2 weeks ago at this point. And in Pennsylvania, they are recounting ballots in the Pennsylvania Senate race because if under Pennsylvania law, if it's within 0.5%, it triggers an automatic recount, which is kind of silly that the percentage is that high because of the times that's happened in Pennsylvania since they changed the law. Not one time has it changed the results of the election. Mm-hmm. It only changes like maybe a few hundred ballots at a time. So like right now, and this was called by the AP News a while ago, Dave McCormick, who's a Republican, beat the incumbent Senator Bob Casey. And he was at the last time, he was up by 26,000 votes. And like I said, every other recount in Pennsylvania has only swung maybe a few hundred. So this is kind of a waste of time, and it's going to cost taxpayers about $1 million to do the recount. And it's kind of silly because it's a 26,000 vote lead and only a few hundred will change. And what the part of the hang up is there's the critical question of which votes should be counted, which obviously the answer to that is, legal votes, right? It's kind of an obvious answer. Legal votes should be counted. That's right. That shouldn't even be a fucking question. There's 3 counties around the Philadelphia area that are ignoring a court order saying that mail-in ballots that lack the required signatures or either dates are incorrect or missing should not be counted. Well, those 3 counties are counting those ballots anyways.
No.
Because they say, it's a constitutional right that just because someone didn't put the correct date down doesn't mean we shouldn't count their vote. No, it does mean they did not follow. The law says this. Just because you don't agree with the law doesn't mean you don't have to abide by the law.
Exactly.
So I don't care even if the law was totally bullshit, like, oh, you can only count mail-in ballots by guys or by people that were men. You don't count women mail-in ballots. If that's what the law says, unfortunately, that's what the law says. If you don't like it, then use your voice and change it. Change the law, but don't change it this way. And it's frustrating that this doesn't have more uproar over it than this. Mm-hmm. Because it's. I mean, I hate to break, but it's cheating. You are cheating because you're counting ballots that are illegal, illegitimate for whatever reason. I don't care if it's because it was written on cardboard or on construction paper, or he did everything, but he forgot to sign it. Well, tough shit. Too bad you didn't follow what's required. You don't get that vote. Should not count. So it's a big waste of time. It shouldn't even be an issue, and it won't change anything. It shouldn't change anything. If Bob Casey can somehow make up 26,000 votes, there are some serious questions that need to be asked in Pennsylvania. Right. But it's the frustrating part is that, okay, and there's two states, Nevada and Arizona, they're still counting ballots. It is November 16th as we are recording this, and they are still fucking counting. Are we for real? Is it that it requires 3 weeks to count ballots for a fucking presidential election? Is that where we are?
It's not just presidential stuff, too.
No, I understand that. It's, other stuff, but obviously I say presidential because that's what always brings in the most amount of voters. That's why I said presidential. But it should not take 3 weeks. It should not even take 3 days to count ballots in this country, in any state. I mean, look at example of Florida. Now, Florida got rung through the ringer in 2000 because of the hanging Chad thing. Do you remember that? I know it happened right after you were born. So what the hanging Chad was is you'd have a paper ballot, and then it would say, here is the, for your vote for president, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance or Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And then rather than filling it in with a pen, the circles were perforated, so you would punch out the circle. Well, if you didn't punch out the circle all the way, or if it was still hanging on the back, it would screw up the ballot tabulator. When it would go through the tabulator machine, it would screw that up. Yeah. And so that was the whole hanging Chad thing. And obviously in 2000, it came down to whoever won Florida between Bush and Al Gore, George W. Bush and Al Gore, was going to be president. Now, Al Gore still says to this day that he won, even though under many other times he's lost. But again, you can only be an election denier if you're a Democrat. But so since then, Florida has taken steps to change how they vote or how they count their ballots and stuff. And then obviously when COVID happened, there was a big influx of absentee voting and mail-in ballots and stuff like that. And so then states had to make changes there, from there on. But in Florida, right, the polls close at like 7 o'clock Eastern, all right? Or 7 o'clock local time, because part of Florida is in the central time zone, way up in the Panhandle by Panama City and stuff. But for sake of right, they close at 7 o'clock, right? By 10 o'clock, basically 99% of the votes are counted. In 3 hours. We know what the results of every fucking election in Florida is at that point. Why can't we have that in the other 49 states? It's like, okay, let's look at what Florida's doing and the way that they can count, because Florida's a big state. There's tens of millions of people that vote in Florida. Tens of millions of people of ballots in Florida. We can count them in 3 hours. But in Arizona, we have 4 million ballots, and it's taken us 3 weeks. That math doesn't work. Maybe. Now, I'm not saying Florida's system's perfect, but it seems to be a hell of a lot better than the system that's over in Arizona there. I'm just saying, it's stupid that other states don't see, and I get because it's all political reasons. Democrats don't like how Florida votes, and then I'm sure, Republicans don't like how Arizona votes. And, well, I think if it takes 3 weeks to count anything in any state, that's fucking ridiculous. But I understand that it's all, political and stuff, but it's like you cannot be a regular Joe Schmo and ask you, okay, who do you think would have the more legitimate election? The one that takes 3 hours to count 12 million ballots, or the one that takes 3 weeks to count 4 million ballots? Yeah. I mean, come on now. This shouldn't be a hard decision. So this is just frustrating and stupid. Like I said, nothing's going to change unless there's some serious shenanigans going on. But I just wanted to bring it up because it's just frustrating that we're 2.5 weeks after the election. We're still counting. We're
No.
still counting.
Now, I would like to go back to a comment you made.
I make a lot of comments, so
No, I know which one. You can only be an election denier if you're a Democrat. What happened in 2020?
well, I say that because obviously Trumpster denies the results of the 2020 election,
Right.
and all the Democrats say you can't deny elections, except if you're a Democrat, then you can be an election denier. That's why I made that comment.
Right, gotcha. But yeah, when people were like, they stole the election from them, like, no, they didn't. And then it was like, well, you don't see Democrats doing it. I'm like, actually, yeah, the Al Gore situation, yeah, the Democrats did claim that the election was
Stacey
stolen.
Abrams in Georgia claims that Brian Kemp stole the governorship election from her in 2018. It's like, no, bitch, you straight up lost. Okay? You may not like it, but you lost. Granted, it was close, but you lost.
I will have to say, I am glad Kamala Harris came out and was like, hey, it's okay to be fucking disappointed and sad, but take it on the chin. Move on.
Yeah.
So
It's
at least that.
well, I don't know what the total what the count is right now for total votes. Like I know obviously like during 2016 a bunch of Democrats lost their minds because even though Trump won the Electoral College, he didn't win the popular vote, and so then people were like, "Oh, this is why we need the popular vote. Oh my gosh, this is why we don't have the Electoral College and all that shit." Right? Stupid. I didn't change it like I wanted to. Okay, but obviously now this year, I mean, any category you want to look at, Trump won. It's. I mean, he won the popular vote and he won in the Electoral College. Obviously, now my question is. Now, I'm not – the reason that 2020, is a sore spot for many people is because I do believe there was some shenanigans going on in 2020 because of a lot of states just implemented in a bunch of absentee voting rules, but they did it unconstitutionally. So by per law in that state, many ballots shouldn't have been counted, but that's a different story. And then also – how many voting places were done, but that doesn't matter. My question is, okay, so Joe Biden got 81 to 81.5 million votes in 2020, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Let's see what Wikipedia says. Okay, Trump got 74.2 million. Biden got 81.2. So he beat Trump by about 7 million votes. Okay, in the popular vote. Now, so far, right now, Trump has 76.4, basically rounding, million votes, which makes sense because he won more states than he did in 2020, and a lot of people, moderates went towards him because they didn't like Kamala Harris. That makes sense. Okay, right now Kamala Harris is at 73.6 million. Where did that other 8 million votes go?
Hold on.
Where did they go? And really, it's more than that because if you take in the difference, where did this 10 million votes go? Now, we know 2 million went to Trump, but where did the other 8 million go? You're telling me that there was 8 million people from 2020 to now that voted in 2020 but didn't vote in 2024?
Right.
You see what I mean about how there's just the feeling that there was some shenanigans done in 2020?
The issue is... So, don't get me wrong. I there are a little bit of sus things happening. The issue is, like, when they put cardboard over the windows, they are allowed to do that. It protects the privacy. I put air quotes, protects the privacy of the voters that voted. That's technically what it's supposed to do. Because, you have to go through all this shit that... Well, you can't say nothing about whatever people voted for or nothing like that, right?
Mm.
Another thing is, it's the highest turnout for a population to vote.
Yeah, the presidential elections are always where the most people are going to vote in presidential elections. General elections.
I can't tell you how many people I've heard, oh, yeah, I voted in 2020. Oh, who you voting for this year? Oh, I'm not going to vote this year. Oh, okay, All right, dude, calm down. But, like, I mean, you can look at the difference between 2016 and 2024. 62 million votes for Donald Trump, 76 million. That's over 10 million votes extra that he's gotten.
Yeah, well, that's
which is because so many people voted in 2020. So a majority of those voters came back to vote.
Well, it's because prior to 2020, it was a lot harder to get absentee ballots.
Yes.
You actually had to have a legitimate reason to get an absentee ballot, not just say, I'm too fucking lazy to go vote on November on actual election day. And there wasn't near the amount of early voting that there is now. That's why there was such a huge disparity. And really around the 60s per side was around 120 million, 110 to 120, 25 million. That's usually about what most people, in the last few presidential elections, that's about the correct range. Yeah. Like I said, in 2020, it jumped up to what? 71, 72, I'm sorry, what did I say Trump get? Got 74? 74 and 81. That's almost 100. That's 155 million votes. So that's 155 million votes. It jumped up basically 30 million. Or no, I'm sorry, 20 million votes between 16 and 20. And then now it's down another 8 million. So that's what I'm saying. It's just, where did those 8 million go? Because it's so easy to vote. I don't think so. It's so easy to vote now. It's really easy to vote. Hell, half the states you don't even need voter ID. So it's really simple to vote. You can vote as early as fucking October. Beginning of October in a lot of states. And you can get mail-in ballots. So you can't say that it's too difficult to vote, because that's a bullshit excuse. So you're telling me that there was 8 million people that voted in 16 versus 20? Or, I'm sorry, in 20 versus 2024 that decided to stay home?
So let's go ahead and so 2020, obviously we're in the pandemic, right?
Yes. Ooh, sorry.
So about a million, reportedly, about 1.1 million people died. So let's say those were, and these are adults. These are, I made sure to make sure they were adults. At least I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Let's just assume they're adults, right? So that's, let's say these people voted in 2016, whatever, right? And this is usafacts.org if you want to know. So there goes 1 million votes for whomever they wanted to vote for, right? I just don't think... The issue I'm having is, like, I don't really care, because it didn't matter. Even if, Donald Trump won the popular vote, Joe Biden got more electoral votes, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So the big issue is what the Electoral College does is it takes whoever your representative is. So if you vote a representative, that's mainly what who your president is going to be voted for, right?
Well, it's your representatives plus your senators plus.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 votes for D.C. and 1 for Puerto Rico or something like that. So
it's not solely based on population vote. It's who you vote into office. Like, okay,
yeah, it's a mixture of both. It's whatever person wins the popular vote in a state. That's what that state's electorals or electorate then vote for in the actual Electoral College. So it's a mixture of both. It's not a true popular vote across the whole 50 states or across the whole country, but it is a popular vote within each state. So there's 50 different popular votes going on during a presidential election. Now, I agree with the Electoral College because it helps make states that don't matter.
Right.
Because if the Electoral College didn't matter, they wouldn't campaign in Michigan. They wouldn't campaign in Wisconsin. They wouldn't campaign in Wyoming or any of those, because they don't care. They'd be campaigning in California. They'd be campaigning in the West Coast and the Northeast. That's all they would campaign, because that's the part of the country that would decide all our elections.
Right.
Because that's where the most population is. So For the other 40 states, that's what the Electoral College is for. Now, you can bitch and complain about, oh, it's not fair. We've had 47 presidential elections with it now.
The other thing is
46, actually. Sorry, George Washington wasn't voted in, but that's a different thing.
Is like, okay, let's take it back to the 2008 election. Barack Obama won by 69 million votes, a marginal difference of 9 million.
But he won by 69. You mean he got 69 million votes?
Yeah, sorry, he got.
I was gonna say he won by 69. There's some shenanigans going on right there.
Won the popular vote by 9 million, 9.5 million. So
you said this was in 2012 or 2008?
2008.
Okay, so when he first got it voted in.
Yeah.
So when yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, again, the next year or the next election cycle after that, he won by almost 5 million votes.
Yeah.
The popular vote, sorry. The popular vote by 5 million votes. So it's not the first time that a big number of people have been shifted down. And then you take a look at 2016, the next election cycle. Donald Trump won with a negative 2.8 million votes. So where were all those, voters?
What do you mean? And
where did they go? Why was there, yeah, he won, but usually, most of that. How many times does it happen? 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't happen often. It tends.
4 times. It's happened 4 times in history.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but it has happened before, where a person has won the Electoral College but not the popular vote.
So I think if you think about it logically, there's a lot of factors going in. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, there is room to have. There's been shitloads of scandals throughout history, right? I mean, Watergate, fucking,
right. Now, but I'm saying if you look at past elections from 2004 on, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elections. 2016 was a down year total wise, but that's because I don't think. I mean, well, first of all, you had Hillary Clinton running as a Democrat, so there wasn't a lot of enthusiasm behind. Like you said, you would not have voted for Hillary Clinton if you could have voted in 2016.
Now,
and there was a lot of people that did that, so they didn't necessarily vote for Trump. They just didn't vote in general because they didn't like either. They hated Hillary Clinton, but they weren't so sure about this Donald Trump guy, so they're like, you know what, I'll just stay home on Election Day. But if you look at, okay, Barack Obama won by, call it 5 million votes, and he got 60, I'm rounding, he got 66 million votes in 2012. So that's what? He won by, so that means 66 plus 59. That's what, 140? Call it 145 million vote people. No, that's not right. 100. That's bad math. 135 million.
Yes, yeah,
135.
Yeah, minus 5 because it'd be close to 70 on then.
Right. No, 66 plus 59. It'd be 11. No, it'd be 125 million. 125 million. God, math is. This is why we don't do engineering. We don't have engineering jobs. 125 million people voted in 2012. Now, in 2008, Barack Obama won by 9.5 million votes, and he got 69.5 million votes.
Nice.
So that means you have 69.5. That means John McCain got 60. So that's 130 million people voted. So it was a little down in 2016. But if you look at it, it tends to do that when incumbents are running again. It tends to be a little bit more of a down year.
Yeah.
And plus in 2008, you had the first black president running, or first black presidential candidate actually, like, legitimately with a true chance to win, and he actually did win. So you're going to get a little bit more enthusiasm behind that. Okay, but then you look in 2004 when George Bush beat John Kerry in his second term. George Bush got 62 million votes. He beat John Kerry by 3 million. So that's 62 plus 59. You're in the 120, 123 million vote range right there. So like I said, it's 120 to 130 is kind of where it hangs out. For the last, from 2004 to 2016, it was a little down, but that's just because enthusiasm-wise, we know why it was down in 2016. But like I said, then in 2020, it jumped up to 150 million votes, over 150 million votes. Basically, it jumped up, 20 million votes between 16 and 20. And then now we're down another 8 million so far right now. So that's why I'm saying it's like, where was the 8 million that voted in 2020 that didn't vote in 2024?
Right.
You know, I just, it's hard for me to believe that there was such a dramatic, because 2020 is the highest, it's probably the highest it's ever going to be, because the U.S. is right around 330 million people. It's probably going to stay right around that point for the rest of its existence. So the voting population is going to be about the same. So I don't think 2020 is ever going to be beat. 150 million, basically nearly half the country voted in 2020.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, where did those 8 million go? Did really 8 million people stay home with how easy it is to vote? 8 million people stayed home? That's where it's makes me ask that 2020 there was some questionable stuff going on in 2020.
I also think there's just like it's not that I'm trying to defend, they didn't do anything, I'm just trying to think of like, okay, what was going on at the time? COVID was. Okay, everybody wanted to stay home. Okay, now you've made it easier for everybody to vote by mail. Mm-hmm. Because you could say, oh, well, I don't want to get COVID. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a legitimate reason. Okay, vote. And we don't know how many people, this is their first time voting. Okay, and...
Yeah, we do know. We do know. They keep records of that stuff. We know how many first-time voters there was in 2020.
Okay, how many?
I don't know, but it is kept. I could look up right now to see if you voted in 2020 or 2024. I don't think that's right, but I could look that up. I know you did because I told you, but I could go to a government-supported website and look that up myself. So the government knows, and the RNC and the DNC knows who voted in 2020, if they were first-time voters, how many times they voted, how many times they voted Democrat or Republican. They know. They're not stupid.
Right. So then, how many times have, people come out of the woodwork to vote?
I don't. What do you mean by the woodwork? Like
people that have lived almost for 50 years and they haven't voted once.
I don't know. There's probably a ratio
and
they have.
Yeah, and they just voted, in 2020.
Well, okay, let's see.
I'm just saying in both cases, there are factors to look at no matter what, right? Like, you have certain factors that support, and then you have certain factors that doesn't support it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, is it a little weird why, 8 million votes are just all of a sudden gone? And like I said, I talked to a lot of people that are like, yeah, I'm probably not going to vote this year. Why not? I don't like either of the candidates. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at it because Kamala's down 10 million, or I'm sorry, down 8 million, and Trump's up 2 million over he was in 2020, which again makes sense because a lot of people didn't like the policies of Joe Biden, right? So they went over to the Trump side. That's what I mean. It's just,
yeah.
I mean, we'll see again in 2028 if it's relatively the same here. Again, it gives even more reason to think why 2020 was was so questionable. But the real thing is that if there's even any question over election integrity, that's a problem. There should be no questions over election integrity, because if there are questions or there are things that seem suspicious, then we got problems. There's not trust in the election process in America. And that's the problem right now. Amongst a lot of people, there's not a lot of trust in the election process in America. Be it, maybe they could be right or wrong, but that's a problem. If people don't trust elections, then that's a problem. Okay, we're not Venezuela. We're not a third world country.
I think a lot of it has to do with people pointing the finger back and forth.
Maybe, but overall, like this wasn't. You're always going to have people that say, "Oh, the election's rigged for this person, that person," but it wasn't an issue until 2020. And now, since then, now it's like you got this shit going on in Pennsylvania where 3 counties are counting ballots that they shouldn't count because the law says they can't count them, yet they're counting them. Why are you counting them? The law says you can't. It's things like that are going on that make people go, "Well, this is bullshit."
Yeah, and you also have to think, okay, what if Trump lost again? Is there going to be another Capitol insurrection? Are people going to die again? So it's not just a maybe on like, oh yeah, both sides were fighting it out. I mean, look at 2000, Al Gore. What fear-mongering did he do? Yeah, it's fucking wrong, but at the same time, it's just like, Trump did the same thing. That's why I couldn't vote for Trump, is because of that insurrection incident. And the people that said, oh, well, the cops killed that lady. No, her actions did. If you see the video, you can see the secret agent service, or the service agent.
Secret
whatever,
agent
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. The agent tells her to not cross that barrier, and she does it anyways. So not only is he defending himself, he's defending whomever may be in the Capitol, whether they be Democrats or Republicans. That is my issue. Is it's not so much as the fact that people were questioning integrity. It's because both of these two fucking parties questioned each other, and it caused fear-mongering amongst the population. That is my issue. And it happened, an insurrection happened on January 6th.
Let me ask this question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did Trump ever say anything to people to go to the Capitol and storm the Capitol like they did? Did he? I'm just asking. Did he? Don't look it up. Do not look it up. I want you right now off the top of your head. Did he ever say that?
I believe he did at some point.
Okay, because I know what they're going to bring up is he said in his speech to go to the Capitol and to make your voices heard. That is a First Amendment right, the right to protest, right? But he never said anything about go to the Capitol and try to overthrow the government. He never said anything like that. Now, did he handle the whole situation? Could he have handled it better? Yes, he could have. But he never told people to go to the government and to overthrow the fucking government. He never said anything of the sorts. So that's a little bit of the mainstream media twisting words around or pushing a certain point of view that's not completely factual.
Here are quotes that he said. We won this election and we won it by a landslide. Okay. We will stop the steal. What do you mean by that? We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. Don't know why that's in there. If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. What are we fighting? Exactly.
Ask Kamala Harris because she said the same thing in her loser speech this year. So
now,
it's just fighting for your belief is what it is.
Right. Peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. That was the last quote that they quoted. And it said, obviously, this is the one that, like you just brought up.
I even forgot the part he said peacefully and patriotically. So, again, he never said anything about going to overthrow the government. Now, he can't control if you have a couple bad apples. It's the same thing with, like, the police department. You have one bad apple, it makes the entire police department look bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So you have a couple people, and then you get the mob, remember from Bam Camp, mob mentality?
Yes.
Once a couple people start doing it, then a few more, and then a few more, and now you got a whole mob of it, even though most of the people were like, yeah, I normally wouldn't do stuff like this, but other people did, so I thought I'd join in. So it's kind of the snowball effect going on there. Now, again, could he have handled it better? Yes, he could have. But he didn't go there and say, yeah, go fucking rip the eye sockets out of the politicians up there.
Right.
He didn't say anything like that. He didn't say anything to go beat police officers or go to beat the Capitol Police, go break into the Capitol building and steal shit. He didn't say anything like that. So
I think this is the issue. Trump said certain things and people were already pissed off that they lost the election, right? Which, understandable, you lose, you're going to get, disappointed, whatever. The issue is, he could have said totally different things.
But that's not his style.
And unfortunately, I believed it caused the insurrection. Yeah, he didn't come out right and say, yeah, go storm the Capitol building, because I don't think any president would ever do that in their right mind.
No.
But at the same time, it's, you know, like, you will have an illegitimate president. This is what you will have. We can't let that happen. I don't understand, you know, like, why is he saying these certain things? Like, we have to go to the, like, I know everyone here will soon be marching over the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Okay. That, whatever, you know.
You have
we
that
don't
right.
concede when there's theft involved. Our country has enough. We will not take it anymore. And that's my issue, is that he was going on about how there was theft involved in the election. Now, this election happens, right? Have you heard anything about anybody stealing it?
Yes.
Where, and when?
Well, it's happening in Pennsylvania right now. They're trying because they're counting illegitimate votes. But no, yes, I have heard of it. I've heard it in Arizona because, again, when you have 4 million votes and it takes you 3 weeks to count it, that should seem a little questionable.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you
I'm not saying they're factual or not. I'm not saying they're
Right.
factual or not, but yes, I have heard of people saying, yeah, they're trying to steal it. Because
Right.
they're trying to steal it down ballot wise, trying to make either the majority in the Senate for the Republicans less, or the majority in the legislative or in House of Representatives less. Right? They know they lost the presidential one, so they would move on to the other stuff that can stop, you know, Trump putting in his agenda. I'm just saying what they're saying. I'm not saying that's what I believe.
Yeah, I know. No. Now, let me ask you a more specific question. Has Kamala Harris come out and said specifically that they took the election away from her?
No, because it wouldn't make a lot of sense for her, because it's pretty obvious that she lost.
Yeah.
So, but
And that's the thing that I have. It was, sure, don't go by the popular vote for Trump v. Biden. The Electoral College says, you know, that I believe that's why we have the Electoral College, because, you know, it's easy. You can easily fake, legal ballots.
yeah, you just don't require voter
what?
ID.
Well, here, there was an issue here in Michigan where dead people were fucking voting. Yeah, that's kind of an issue, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah, well, and the question is who is filling out the ballots for him?
Exactly.
That's the bigger question. Is we make the joke? So me and my dad make this joke all the time. My great grandmother, she died. I think
I made a joke about it this year too.
I think sometime a little after 2012. So there's been 3 presidential elections and 3 president, but many elections since then. And we always make up, yep, great grandma has been voting Democrat ever since she died every year.
I literally walked downstairs and I was like, "Hey, Mom, do you think Mammo's going to vote in this election? Who do you think she's going to vote for?"
Yeah. So
but,
that's a problem. Now I get, like, you know, states aren't always on top of it because, well, it is government, right? To when they know someone dies is to remove them from the voter rolls.
Yeah.
But someone still should. But who's filling out these ballots for dead people?
Right. Now,
Who's doing that?
I'm gonna come back and say, yes, while Trump's words didn't technically include, you know, like, oh, go storm the Capitol. Yes, I do believe that was mob mentality, because you have an already pissed off people who came out here and was like, you know, what the fuck, and then someone was like, you know what? Let's take back our country. Let's go fucking storm that. Okay, dude, calm down. What are we doing? So yeah, in that sense, yeah, I do believe mob mentality did take over, and yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I just had an issue. I just had an issue with it. So
Okay. So I just want
to make sure that I'm not like totally like, yeah, Trump fucking did it himself. He went in there.
He was the lead. He was wearing the fucking Shama hat. He walking in with the Capitol building.
I do think that people did take. Now, that's the unfortunate thing is in America. I don't want to say this because I don't want to get in trouble for it.
Nah, fuck it. We've already getting in trouble for other stuff, I'm sure.
No, this can be considered treasonous. You are allowed to talk about a revolution, but your words cannot incite a revolution. Because if it does, then that is technically treason. That is what it boils down to. Now, that's the unfortunate thing is Trump's words may not have included, doing this. It's just those people decided to incite this, and that's what Trump could get in trouble for, is because these people believed, oh, okay, now I'm going to fucking do something about it. And it's like, that's not what Trump was aiming at, but unfortunately that's how it worked out.
Well, it's just how people took it.
Let me explain a little bit more for all those smooth brains out there, including myself. When I heard that you're allowed to talk about a revolution, but you can't, and your words cannot incite one, what I'm talking about is freedom of speech.
Right, you're saying like I believe we need to change this. We should start something to change how we do this,
right,
or how we do that.
Or you can bring up the word revolution and be like, I think eventually we're going to need another revolution. Okay, well, that's a little extreme, but whatever. Now, if you were to say that to a group of fellow believers who believe this, and all of a sudden you now have a militia at your hands because of your words, and you go and storm a Capitol, right? Like, and I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about like in a made-up scenario, like you storm state's Capitol, whatever.
So you mean like a third world country?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
if you were to do that in the USA, and you lost, you would get fucking charged with treason because your words incited a revolution.
Right. So let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
Has Trump ever been charged for insurrection or treason? Not convicted. Has he ever been charged for? Answer is no. So kind of answers. People can still have the belief of this, that, whatever, but it's been 4 years now, and he's never been charged with it.
Right.
So it's kind of a little bit more end all be all is like, well, was he charged with murder? No, then he's not a murderer. Because if you can, I can call Dylan a murderer, but he's not because he's never been charged with murder. Or I could go up to someone and
killed somebody, but I haven't. By the way,
now we got questions, right?
Get the fucking police knocking on my door. So we listen to your podcast.
Yeah, just fucking
you kill somebody. No.
FBI, open up! Oh shit! So there's a difference between saying someone did something and where they actually charged with it, not necessarily convicted, but just charged in general. Now, I'm not saying the justice system is perfect. O.J. Simpson, we're looking at you. But that's because that wasn't necessarily the justice system. That was because the 12 people on the jury were fucking retards. But that's a different story. But all right. I didn't think we were going to go into a big thing. How about how Pennsylvania's counties in Pennsylvania are literally breaking the law. Counting ballots that are.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Like, I don't care if you think they should be counted. The law says you can't. I'm sorry if you think you should. Too bad. Too bad. The law says I should do 70. That means I shouldn't, if I do 80, I feel like I shouldn't get a ticket. But the law says I should still only do 70 on the highway. So yes, I should get a ticket for doing 80. Even though I think it's right doing 80, doesn't mean it is right.
Well, these slow fucks out here.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't make it just because you think it's right doesn't mean it makes it right. So all right, let's move on to our Functional Idiots Reacts of the week. This one we have of someone. Oh, actually, let me do one of these deals. Nope, not that. There we go. And if you want to watch this Functional Idiots video, you can go watch it on our Patreon. Hey, looky there. We haven't done anything up. I mean, usually our podcast episodes go up a day or two early on our Patreon in the low $2 tier, but if you want to watch the videos, watch $10 a month tier, but hey, you can watch the videos if you want to. So, let's go and watch a guy. You can join right away, Dylan. You're not gonna. It's not like
Oh, okay.
My Strange Addiction, where it's like I try to make you guess or whatever. So, this is about a guy in Cincinnati, I believe, and he is an extreme cheapskate. You can hear it, Dylan?
See,
Okay, good.
My name's Greg Insko. I'm 29 years old. I've lived in Cincinnati, Ohio all my life.
Pause it.
I'm
Already by this dude's fucking car, I can tell he's a cheapskate.
Damn. Dylan's like, he's driving a fucking 70s beater. Asshole cheapskate.
a Zumba dance instructor.
Now, I got a problem here. Okay, hold on. What the fuck's his glittery ass shirt
I'm a
say?
Zumba dance.
Sexy and I know it. And he's wearing a pink tutu and pink shoes. Very many questions. Very, very
We've
many
had
questions.
a lot of questions this episode.
Yeah, this is a little on the questionable side.
Dance instructor. Then I'm an extreme cheapskate. I'll do a clinical study anytime I can because those pay really good money.
I'm trying to see. Okay, like he doesn't even have a good old car. He has. It looks like a fucking. Look like a Buick Regal. Like Jesus, dude. It doesn't even. I think that's a Buick Regal. I don't know. Don't see, look up because I don't want to do this because then I gotta fucking do shit. Okay, look. What does a Buick Regal look like? This looks like a Buick of some sort. Maybe a Lincoln.
I'm guessing from maybe the 90s.
I don't know, 80s or 90s. That's for sure. I'd say even probably 80s.
Oh my god, yeah, not that one.
Yeah, it actually might be a Lincoln because that actually looks like a Lincoln hood ornament.
All right, hold on. Let me look at this.
But you do that, we'll continue on.
Lowrider, and I had to get.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a Lincoln.
I really wanted to buy this lowrider, and I had to get
Yeah, I think that's a Lincoln.
$3,500 somehow. I got really lucky. The clinical study that I found online was paying the same amount.
It looks like a Lincoln, but I don't think it's from the 80s.
I had to put ointment in my butt, but I got.
What?
You had to do what now?
I found online was.
Oh,
paying
it is
the
a
same
70s
amount.
car.
I had to put ointment in my butt. What? But I got a car out of it.
It is a
It
Lincoln.
was well worth it.
Yeah.
I'll do anything
He's got to put that monkey cream butt ointment in.
God damn
to
it.
make a buck.
Forever.
You just use the window squeegees, and you can really wash your whole car with it. I don't know who would spend money
This
on a car
fucking
wash when you
guy.
can wash.
God.
Do you know what people use to get? Well, when you drive a piece of shit like that, who cares? But it's like, do you know why people use the squeegee? It's to get bugs, dirt, and shit off their windshield, right? Now all that stuff is in the little sponge, and now you're using that against your car, and it's basically the Scrape-O-Matic 6000 is what you're using. Or the Scratch-O-Matic 6000. That's what it is.
Just wash your fucking car with gravel.
Yeah, seriously.
Wash it yourself right here.
I'm sorry, if you have a lowrider
Wash it yourself right here.
and you park like that, you're a douchebag. Come on, man. What are we doing? What? Park like a normal motherfucker.
I will
Jesus.
have to agree on something that he just said. I will go to a car wash, not.
We mean like a quarter wash?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's fine because that's a quarter wash. You're meant to wash or spray your car. You're not meant to wash your goddamn car like a high school, yeah, with it's a high school fucking cheerleader thing at a gas station.
Hi, welcome to my condo.
Yeah, this is my crib. Welcome to MTV Cribs.
And I'm a douchebag.
I got pretty lucky. One of the ladies from Zumba said, "Hey, my grandpa just passed away. If you want to live in our condo for free." In return, I'm supposed to mow her lawn, but you can't beat free rent.
Can't argue that. And all you need to do is mow your grass. Hell yeah, I would totally fucking do that shit, dude. Hell yeah.
You could get me to do anything if all I had to do was mow your grass.
Yeah, granted, now the decor needs some fucking work, but seriously, man, you knew these motherfuckers were coming. Clean up. Jesus.
This is all from when
no,
the guy.
No, hold on. I would show up and be like, man, it's kind of stuffy in here. Did somebody die?
All right. No, there's some serious... Shut up. There are some serious things going on here. Okay, he's on Extreme Cheapskates, and he has a game here called Slumlord. It makes sense.
Question. Why the fuck does he have all these games? Those are expensive as fuck.
Maybe that's what, Grandpa had in the house already.
Better be, because I swear
Guy
to God,
passed away. He left it all here.
Yeah, he just said he left it all here. Yeah, both dead people tend to do that when they die. They kind of leave shit behind. Kind of how it works.
This is all from when the.
Dude, his shirt still has the fucking tag on it.
He's gonna return it later after this.
Did you see it? Look, there's a fucking...
Oh my God.
It still has a tag on it.
This is all from when the guy passed away. He left it all here. I didn't have any furniture. It worked out nice. These are my roommates. We got Raj and Kevin here.
It's painful bringing women back to the apartment because furniture is everything.
There's
It's
a
embarrassing.
fucking dead guy on the counter. Yeah, it'd be a little awkward. This is Raj. This is Rob, and this is Grandpa.
It's everything.
Why is
It's
he in an
embarrassing.
urn? Oh, he's dead.
He's gonna have dinner with us.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, he's the pepper.
Oh,
Whoa!
Salt and pepper. Why is there a doll inside a hermetically sealed fucking glass container here? Why?
I don't know.
Why? Dude, there are so many questions I have right now. There's a fucking bust of baby Jesus.
This place definitely.
Oh, look at the udders on that cow. Holy
If
shit.
this dude says this place definitely smells like old people, I'm gonna fucking flip shit.
It smells like old farts and mothballs.
Smells like old people.
Can't fucking make this shit up, dude. I fucking hate my life. I heard him saying it smells like, and I'm like, this motherfucker says old people.
Oh my god.
This place definitely smells like old people.
I don't know how much Greg pays for the apartment, but I do know that Kevin and
If you pay attention, the bitch pays nothing.
I pay a pretty fair amount.
It's a large 3-bedroom condo, so I knew I'd be able to take my roommates with me and charge them rent, even though I'm living for free.
Oh, what a douchebag.
What a fucking cunt, dude. This is the type of shit that you'd fucking prank your friends with fucking shaving cream bombs. Throw that bitch in his lowrider and fucking let him explode.
Yeah. What a douchebag. Yeah, I'm living here for free, but you got to pay me $500 a month. Huh? Yeah. No.
This is the kitchen.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, where to begin? There's no point in paying for anything that you should get for free in life. I never spend money on condiments. Anytime you go to a restaurant, just take extra when you're there.
I mean, that's
Okay, fair.
fair. You know, you're already paying $6 for a quarter pound. The least McDonald's could do is give me a couple extra ketchup packets, you know.
Yeah.
I would never pay for paper plates or any kind of plate, really.
This
You get lucky, I
motherfucker
got-
has Zoo Pals for plates? Dude, what the fuck? Zoo Pals. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my face.
Oh, my God.
These for my my nephew's birthday party.
How many people didn't show
What?
up to your
Okay.
nephew's birthday party that you have that many extra plates?
What a fucking crab, dude. He's like, I'm going to take these from my nephew.
How old is he? 23.
Could you imagine the parents are like, hey, have you seen those Zoo Pal plates? Excuse me. Our kid really likes those. Dude has him sitting in his condo right now. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's looking at him talking on the phone. What Zoopal plates?
To save money on cups, I actually reuse yogurt cups.
Oh, my God. That is...
You know, this is the thing. At least it's not as bad as the lasagna one.
No,
That
but I think
hurt my soul.
I think we're going to be getting to that point, though.
I got this from my grandma. This way, they're all labeled. Everybody knows whose cup's whose. But if we get a guest, I actually give them the big cup, so it makes them feel special.
But do you wash it then? I'm assuming they wash them out at least, because if not, they're gonna get fucking. It's like, oh, sweet, this milk tastes like 3 days worth of orange juice that's in here.
I don't
Yeah.
put them in the dishwasher because the dishwasher wastes way too much money on electric and water. So I just
Well, and also with that cheap ass plastic, it would warp the fuck out of it, do it and melt it.
hand wash them in the sink.
See, that actually makes sense to hand wash those. Again, because if you put
Hold
them in
on,
the
this
dishwasher,
motherfucker.
they wouldn't last worth a damn.
Why does he have paper cups in the back? But he uses these. Oh, I guess these are reusable. So, but
There's no
this motherfucker's washing the dishes with his fingers. Use
Dude,
a
he's wearing-
sponge.
Dude, he's wearing a tag like it's deodorant, all right? You really are questioning how he's cleaning a fucking yogurt cup?
yeah.
point in having a bulb inside a refrigerator. I took the bulb out of the refrigerator. It saves me almost $40 a year in electric.
No, it does not.
Ooh, $40.
No, it does not. Having the bulb in the refrigerator does not save you money. This is the kind of guy's like, yeah, why would you put a bulb in the refrigerator when you have the door closed? What do you need the bulb for? you do know the bulb turns off when you close the door, right? It doesn't stay on all the time, huh? Yeah, this is a dumb motherfucker who thinks the bulb's on all the time.
0.3 cents
Seriously.
of a penny.
Dude, the amount of times you have the door open, that wastes more money than the fucking 60-watt incandescent bulb inside the fridge, all right? Close the fucking fridge door.
This is my closet. When I go shopping, I always leave the tags on the shirt because you never know if it's going to go out of style. So always keep the tags and you can just return them later.
This guy's insufferable. I'm going to fucking kill him.
There is a return limit on clothes, dude. That is a thing. Like, after a year, you can't return shit.
I paid for them. It's not stealing if you pay for it.
You're right. But
Yeah,
you can't return. You can't. I cannot go to Target right now and return something I bought 7 years ago. They're going to be like, what? Bitch, get out of here.
I think you reached the limit of 30 days.
Yeah.
Living the dream. As soon as I'm done living the dream.
Again, this is somebody who doesn't know how the real world works.
I just return it.
But it looks like you haven't returned anything yet. So, okay, but my question: how do you wash the shit then? Because if you send a tag through the dish or through the dishwasher, that's how I wash my clothes with my lasagna. If you send a tag through the washing machine, it's gonna fucking separate from the shirt because it's gonna get ripped off. So how are you washing your goddamn clothes?
Biggest money saver in the whole condo is right here in the bathroom.
Greg thinks that he lives a pretty normal life, and most other people would probably think so too until they get to know him.
Again, you don't pay rent. You charge two pals there to pay you rent. And now you're penny pinching as if you're struggling to pay rent.
What's this guy fucking doing?
I know what's coming because I've read some of the comments, but man.
He takes showers with his clothes on.
Oh my God.
All right, so that answers my question of how he washes his clothes. That makes sense.
By washing my clothes in the shower with me, I'm saving at least $15 a month because I don't have to use a washer, a dryer.
Oh my God, I was right. He put a fucking sandwich baggie around the tag so it doesn't get wet. This guy is ridiculous. Oh my God, seriously, dude.
Soap. When I take a shower, I keep a bucket in there and it catches all the excess water from me. At the end of the week, when I'm ready to flush the toilet, I take that water and pour it directly into the toilet, and that's what causes the toilet to flush. That way, I'm not wasting any water.
Then why do you have a fucking ring on the toilet bowl?
Because of the water that sits there. Doesn't get flushed often enough, and then the water gets nasty.
It's still water.
That's disgusting.
You gonna have skating.
And you're telling me after
condos.
after a week you only have that much water left?
I think he's just showing us.
Right, but you should be able to at least, if you take a shower every day, you should have enough water excess to flush the toilet at least every day.
Once a week.
Once a week? I'm saying once a fucking day.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think he showers once a day.
No, I think once a week is how he showers.
This guy is the type of dude you'd walk into somewhere and be like, "Oh, what's that smell?" And it's him.
Do you think when he's not home, his buddies are like, "Fuck this shit"? They just sit there and just constantly keep flushing the toilet. So any savings he gets is totally negated.
I like going on free internet dating sites. By far the best part about online dating is you don't have to spend money on dinner and drinks and wasting gas going places, meeting people. Just get online and it's free. This girl's...
Man, what a pity. I actually need to spend money to go go have the time of my life with some fucking half-ass girl. Damn, what a shame. What is the world coming to?
It's kind of hot. She likes fancy restaurants and traveling. Next. All right, here's one. She likes shopping and wine tasting. That's way too expensive.
This whole point right here is fake. I mean, this was all written by some producer. This part right here. Because you can just tell by how he's reading the shit and how he's acting. Well, first of all, the acting is piss poor. So you can tell this part right here is fake.
Easygoing, homebody, good cook. Oh, she likes camping. Oh, and she likes long walks. Long walks are free. I like this one. Hi, is Brandy there?
Yeah, this is her.
And of course, her name's Brandy. All right, here we go. Let's see where this fucking takes us now.
Hey, I saw your...
Hey, I'm a cheap bastard. You want to go have some, go eat in my apartment? We'll drink out of Yoplait cups, and then, well, don't flush the toilet because it's only been 6 days since I did it last, and I need to save some money.
Your ad online, actually. You look kind
Who calls it an ad? Yeah, I saw your ad for some whoriness going on. I'm down to fuck.
Down to fuck.
of cute.
I'm really looking
I love that. Thanks.
forward to meeting Brandy because we both met on a free dating site.
Do you want to go out tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm assuming
That was not convincing at all.
Like most, you don't have to pay for most. Now I don't know when this was taped, so it's at the very least when it was done by 16:9 because that's how, unless it was retro. But the camera quality looks good enough to where it was 16:9. So, but it's like now you don't need to pay money to use dating apps. I mean, there's the premium services. Excuse me. But you don't need to pay money to use Tinder or to use Hinge or Bumble or what the fuck ever.
and hoping that she is a cheapskate as well.
I'll email you the address of the place, okay?
Yeah, do you still have the tags on your panties?
Then I'll be really good.
So after I rip them off with my teeth, we can take them back to the Target. Take them back to Target. No, wait, cheap bastard. I'm sorry, Target's. Take them back to the Dollar General.
No. Take them back to Goodwill because we're rich.
Okay.
Sir, why are these wet? No reason.
All right, talk to you later.
Malibu, by the way, or some type of Chevy.
His car's a Lincoln. I've already said that multiple times.
I don't think it's Lincoln.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
I'm telling you right now, it's a Lincoln. Because if it was a Chevy, it would have a Chevy emblem on the steering wheel, and it did not.
Well, the issue I'm having is it has single headlights. A Lincoln has two. Like two
I'm taking Brandy to a barbecue
Well, I don't know.
restaurant.
Let's see.
Because it's much cheaper than like a sushi place. But I'm
Barbecue is still expensive. Dude, fuck that. McDonald's. Dollar menu, dude. Jesus, he is.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, at this time it's the dollar menu.
Come on.
hoping that she ate earlier so she's not as hungry.
Do you think when he turned in, he actually hit those cones there?
Cheaper than like a sushi place.
Because they cut
But
away.
I'm hoping
I have a
she
feeling
ate
that he
earlier
turned
so
in
she's
and he fucking totally hit those cones.
Yes, absolutely.
not as hungry.
Hi, you must be Brandy?
Yes.
I'm Greg.
Greg,
Nice to meet
you.
God, this dude looks like a fucking nerd.
What do you think of
Oh,
life?
she looks awkward
I like
as
it.
fuck right now.
Cool?
Yeah.
I mean, this part is staged a little bit because obviously the show had to get confirmation that she could be on camera. This is not the first time they've met. I can tell you that right now. Right? So this part of the show is a little bit staged.
Yeah. I love it. They let you like keep the utensils and everything.
Yeah.
Do you think they give her enough information to let her know that she'll be on a TV show? Like, hey, this is going to be shown to a wide range of Americans, but they didn't tell her who it was, why she was on there.
No,
She's still
I'm
gonna
sure
get
these
shocked.
I'm sure these two have already met before.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they said, "Hey, we do a show on TLC." They can't do a gotcha. They have to give her enough information to let
that's
her
what
make
I'm
her own
saying.
determination. Yeah, they told her that this is going to be on Extreme Cheapskates on TLC, right? So she knows what she's going into. You can't do a gotcha.
When I first met Greg, he seemed like a nice guy, sweet. Typically,
His clothes smell like they've been washed with Old Spice and stuff. Don't know what that's all about. Oh wait, no, he can't afford Old Spice. Smells like it's been washed with palm olive dish soap. Don't know what that's all about.
No, it's off-brand dish soap. Get it right.
Well, no, Dawn's is the expensive stuff. Palm olive's at least a step down. I don't even know what the fucking off-brand is because we don't even buy it. It's like if it ain't blue, we ain't buying it.
If it ain't
I
dog.
wouldn't be asked to
Yeah.
go on
If it
my
ain't got little baby ducks on it, I'm out.
first date at a barbecue.
Dude, look at the hoops on that shit. Good lord, you can put your fist through that. Jesus.
Bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. I heard that.
Place only because it's messy and he's more casual.
Giddy up.
I like the tape that was on that sign.
God, that was a fucking...
Look, you can tell. Yeah, it's being held together with fucking scotch tape.
No. You know what that looks like? It looks like that's where they didn't paint it.
Why is there a newspaper ad on the ceiling?
I don't know. I don't have high hopes for this place.
Yeah, me neither.
Hi, y'all.
Hi.
Where's the beef? Where's the exit?
Yeah, now where's the customers?
Welcome to Pit to Play Barbecue.
Awesome.
How about something to drink?
Can I have a sweet tea?
Sweet tea.
Is sweet tea free refills on there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Free
Thank you.
refills and tea.
Can I just get a water and a to-go cup, please?
Water in a to-go cup.
Yes.
All righty.
Are you real hungry?
I'm not starving or nothing.
Oh, so like you want to like share a meal maybe?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Did you see the kids?
She's
menu?
already feeling awkward, dude. I would too, man. This dude looks like fucking Squidward.
What do
No,
you
he
mean
looks
by
like
that?
Drake
Who do you mean by
personified.
that?
I don't know. He just looks like Squidward.
No, I see the plankton more, but I just like the thing. You want to share a meal? Yeah, sure. You looked at the kids menu?
Oh, what?
Yeah, you missed that part?
Yeah, I did.
Starving or nothing.
Oh, so like you want to like share a meal maybe?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Did you see the kids menu? Everything. Just flip it over. It's on the other side. And it's only $4.95. All right. Let's see. We could get a.
Oh, sweet. You get like 2 chicken tenders, a little thimble full of mac and cheese. Oh, boy, I'm stuffed.
Veggie plate, that's only $5.50. Or you could get the sweet and sour hot sauce for only $2.95.
I've learned that Greg doesn't like to spend lots of money. There's
What was your first clue, honey?
Mine was
Nothing
when
wrong.
he asked for a styrofoam fucking to-go cup.
Yeah, for
No reason.
water. For water.
with it, just it's different.
Have you all made the choice? What would you like to order?
Yes, I think we're ready.
I'm just gonna take the pulled pork sandwich.
All right.
It's pretty
Pulled pork
popular
sandwich for you?
here, right?
It's very good.
Oh, is that pretty good size, the pulled pork sandwich?
It's a nice portion.
Like big enough for 2 probably?
Just depends
Probably.
how hungry you are.
You're not real hungry, right? Nah. Okay, perfect. Also, can we get a rib?
Okay, you like a rack of
rib?
ribs?
No, just like 1 rib. The rack is like kind of expensive. And I didn't know if she would like it, so I thought maybe we'd just get 1, just in case.
The fucking
Okay,
company's
so
gonna
you like-
lose money to this guy.
Like 1 rib.
Yes, please.
Most guys, when they ask girls,
All
I
I'm
can't-
thinking about is the fucking owner is like, hey, you see that guy that just left? Don't let that guy back in here. We lost money on him.
No, imagine you turn in this ticket. Okay, I need 1 pulled pork sandwich and a rib. All right, 1 pulled pork sandwich and a rack of ribs. No, a rib. Yeah, that's what I said. A rack. No, 1 rib. Huh? 1 rib. Yeah, rack. No, 1. Like literally 1 bone. 1 bone. Does he know what fucking place he's at?
go
Guy
on
gets off the
dates.
vibe of, what do you do to my drink?
Where's my drink?
My diet Dr. Kelp. My styrofoam water? Where's my drink?
They
You think he's
really,
gonna take that water home and flush it?
Oh no, he's gonna drink it. Dude, you know how he can save even more money? Piss into a gallon jug, right? And then use that to flush the toilet at the end of the week. Now you can flush it twice.
And it'll filter it out for you.
Yeah.
wanna impress or
See, he's a fucking amateur hour here. He's taking her to a fucking barbecue joint, right? Bitch, McDonald's, dollar menu. Come on, man. Shit, even backhand, you could get a taco 12-pack at Taco Bell for $10. You could totally be pissing into a fucking 5-gallon bucket and using that to flush the shitter. Come on, this guy's an amateur.
show off.
Fucking get owned poser.
And so it was different to see him really not care. It was a little weird.
Here's your food. Pulled
Thank
pork
you.
sandwich with a side of mac and cheese.
That looks good.
And here's your 1 rib.
Oh, right. Thank you. Did you want?
That is fucking
You know
fat as
damn well
shit.
he went into the bathroom and fucking shit that out and put a fucking bone underneath it.
He did something to it.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
there's
he
no
fucking-
way.
No. He took his shit, let it crust, and then decided to put poop flakes over it.
Yeah, he took Grandpa's ass and put his ass to the cheese grater. Yeah, no, there's definitely some boogers in cum in this shit.
No, it's okay.
You sure?
There's not a lot there.
That's really good though.
Yeah. Would you want some macaroni?
Oh yeah, actually I would love some macaroni.
Good.
Maybe a little bit of pork too.
Yeah. Well, we'll just do about half then. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that would be nice. Thank you.
You know, I would love because when she goes back to her friends, right, and she breaks, and on the way home she buys even just barefoot wine to feel special and expensive. And no box wine. She just buys box wine, right, just to feel at least special.
Yeah.
I would love the like, girl, you are not gonna believe the fucking hour and a half I just had. Granted, I got $100 because I'm gonna be on TLC, but holy Christ.
So, what else do you do besides save cups and utensils? What else?
At my con.
So what do you actually do?
Dude, that's the nice way of saying it.
Yeah, rather than coming out and saying, so
do?
what do you actually do besides be a cheap bastard?
Condo, like to save money on water, we only flush once a week, and I save like $30 a month easily.
So you guys go to the bathroom the whole week?
She is
and you
definitely
don't
fucking
flush?
down this date, dude.
That's pretty disgusting.
If you come over, I'll let you flush. Once.
Oh my god, dude!
You know what?
Fucking take the biggest shit and clog his toilet.
Just go in there and take a. I haven't shit in 3 days. Mondo dump incoming. You know how there was the movie with Steve Carell, the 40-year-old virgin?
Yes.
And there's like, no way there's going to be a... Nope, we have found him.
Holy shit, you're right.
We have found... Because there's no way in any right mind some girl is going to be giving this guy any type of puss.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, you're right.
that's how he wants to live his life, it's good for him. Just too extreme for me. I would never do it.
Here are all the things you asked for.
Thank you.
Let me know if anything else you need.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
All right. Do you mind handing me your plate? Thank you. I'll take the plate home with me, too. I don't like to waste food.
Fuck! Oh my god, dude. I
Like-
would be dying of secondhand embarrassment from this fucking dude.
Yeah, well, thankfully the restaurant was closed for the filming of this. I get doing little outlandish things to save money, right? I understand that. Like, grabbing extra packets of ketchup or salt and pepper at a restaurant. Okay, I get, it's a little unconventional, but okay, yeah, I see it. But taking utensils that people have used to eat, plastic utensils nonetheless, paper plates or plastic styrofoam plates, whatever you want to call them, from a restaurant to go home and use them again, taking a shower with your clothes on, and then putting a 5-gallon bucket underneath so you can catch all your drippings and then send it down to the shitter to flush your Mondo dump down.
Jesus Christ.
I just, there is a certain point where it's like, maybe there's no point to saving all your money if you're not going to use it.
Right.
If you die with $1 million, right? Unless you're obscenely rich, but if you're a normal person, all right, it's like this cheap bastard. He dies and he has $1 million to his name. It's like, well, you could have had so much more enjoyable life.
Yeah, you can't sit there and tell me you enjoy yourself when you're living like this.
No, like you get the satisfaction, like, oh, I saved $20 on my water bill because I only flush the toilet once every 7 days. But it's like, are you really enjoying yourself? Are you actually having a good time? Because she's not. She's getting ready. Like, this is like a resting bitch face to end all resting bitch faces.
Dude.
She is getting ready to strangle this motherfucker.
Are you gonna eat the food?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm going to shove it up my ass and poop out my mouth. South Park taught me that.
Nice.
All right, perfect. All that. But you can never have too much barbecue sauce.
True.
Oh, don't forget your cocoa.
Yep. Greg is a very sweet guy, funny. He's a little cheap, but
But he's kind of dumb.
nice guy.
A little cheap.
What the hell's a lot cheap?
Yeah, no shit.
I didn't notice. Was there a tag on a shirt? Or is he like, you know what? For this one, I'm going to take the gamble that this shirt's never going to go out of style. I'm going to rip the tag off.
No,
Overall.
he's just got it tucked in somewhere.
Thank you for
Maybe.
taking me out.
I want a girl like me for me.
Well, I had a lot of fun tonight. Would you want to go out again sometime?
What the fuck was that edit?
Yeah, I did. I had a
Whatever.
good time. Thank you. Even though he's a little cheap, I could look past that, and definitely, he's a really sweet guy, so I would definitely go out with Greg again. Bye.
If somebody doesn't like you for who you are, then you shouldn't be with them.
And who knows? Maybe she will be able. Maybe she will be able to enlighten him a little bit to get him. I don't know, to open up his fucking wallet. I don't know. Who knows? All we can do is hope. But yeah, that's
no shit, dude. Holy
dude, she definitely. I don't know. Maybe you have to wonder: do some of these people actually play it up a little bit? You know, play up their cheapness a little bit, or are they actually like that much of cheap bastards?
I don't know. See, I think they would be cheap bastards because,
like, they're obviously cheap, but like, do they actually play it up? Like, yeah, I only flush the shitter once a week. Like, that is not sanitary at all. And you have two other people living with you. Do you guys like? I mean, unless you don't shit at the house. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
For sure, I don't think they're playing that up. That fucking shit ring or whatever it was on the bowl, yeah, that isn't just get there after a week or two. That takes a while. Got to get that shit crust build up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, yeah, that's just, I don't, like I said, there's no point into saving money if you're never going to spend it.
Yeah, true.
You know, like, I get to a certain point. Obviously, if you're like Bill Gates, right, there's no way you could possibly spend all that money. But if you're just like normally living your life and you save all this money, but then you don't ever plan on spending it, then what's the point of saving all the money? Besides saying that you live a pitiful life and you're a cheap fucker and no one wants to hang out with you. You know,
do you think he hangs out with his roommates and like, so you guys want to go bowling? You guys are paying.
He's definitely the kind of guy who doesn't pay. Do you think? No, he's definitely the kind of guy that doesn't pay. I mean, he doesn't pay for rent, and he's charging two pals to live there and charges them rent. The hell? That's some douchiness right there.
So he's pretty much a shit landlord.
Except he doesn't have any land to lord on.
I guarantee. Hang on. No, I guarantee this motherfucker, because he lives there for free, right? He charges his.
No, it just costs him mowing the bitch's lawn. That's it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's
he charges
terrible.
The other two dudes.
Outrageous. Yes.
And I guarantee you they're both paying at least $900 to $1,000 each.
I don't think they're paying that much.
I think they're paying that much.
I wouldn't, because if I was paying that much, dude, I would not be living there. If I'm paying $1,000 a month and I can only flush the shitter once a week, that would be enough right there for me not to live there. Even if I was paying $100 a month, I'd be like, nope, I'm out. Deuces. Deuces. So, if you watch this video on our Patreon, we really appreciate just sort of supporting us on Patreon. And like, as I said, you can support us on Patreon.
We'll find you.
And kill you. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, that's, God,
fucking.
Man,
dude,
that's just
frustrating. Weird, dude.
Yeah, that's out there. Little out there.
That was funny, though. What do you actually do?
Yeah, so what do you actually do? All right, Dylan, what is your, before we move on to a couple news stories here, what is your banger of the week?
Banger of the week? Oh my god, I totally forgot that we didn't do banger of the week throughout this whole thing. My banger of the week is The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park.
That's a good song.
Dude, I was like, oh, I haven't heard this song on my Thumbprint radio yet. So it comes on, and I'm like, dude, this is a pretty good song.
Yeah, and so I heard the other day that they were coming to Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, and I'm like, hell yeah, and I looked, it was April 15th, which is a Tuesday. I'm like, fuck you, assholes, god damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Like, bastards. So, yeah, but I think we've talked about, I think I've done Emptiness Machine before.
Have you?
I don't know. Look it up on Spotify. It should be on there. If you want to listen to our banger of the weeks, you can go listen to our Spotify playlist. It's be in the description of our podcast. While Dylan does that, he can also add this song that I know has not been done before. It is The Night by Disturbed.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yes, good song. Banging song. So, yeah, obviously if you like, we have not done Emptiness Machine.
Nope.
Maybe I did Heavy as the Crown.
About it.
Maybe I did Heavy as the Crown. But I'm pretty sure I've done a new... Oh, maybe it was because you did a Linkin Park song overall. And then, yeah, I know we talked about it, saying that Emily Armstrong, I think that's her name, is doing a pretty good job filling in the shoes for
I'm not gonna lie,
Mr. Hangman there. So
I added it to the wrong fucking playlist.
no, you're an idiot. So, but while you get done doing that, let's also hear your fact of the week.
Factoid of the week. Now, obviously, we're going off of the 50 states, and so can't do that no more. So we go back to one. Picasso painted 50,000 paintings. No,
What?
I'm just playing. That's how much he's produced. 1,885 paintings, 1,228 sculptures, 2,880 ceramics, and roughly 12,000 drawings.
Okay.
Weird, I know.
Yeah. All right. That's a lot. It's busy hands.
And now he's dead. But
Speaking of busy hands, on election night, Pornhub has come out with some statistics for what many states' top searches were on election night. And so we don't have all 50 states here because Pornhub is banned in some or is not available in some states because like Alabama, Arkansas, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, and Virginia. So they weren't in this data dump of information. So, but we do have the states of the rest of the what is that? 36 state? 36 states or whatever the count is. We do have their choices. And so we'll start from the West Coast and we'll work our way east. So for Washington, their top election night search was transgender.
okay.
Okay. Oregon was deeper. Just deeper. That's it. California was thick and curvy. Alaska was cougar. Hawaii was hot Asian MILF. Nevada, they just wanted to see some morning sex. Arizona, in between their 3 weeks of counting ballots, they are big into ass licking. So that's what they were searching for on election night. Wyoming wants to see car sex. Colorado is all about no nut November. And New Mexico is a big fan of the butt plug. Unsurprisingly, North Dakota our top search result was Native American. Makes sense, honestly. South Dakota was amateur cuckold. Minnesota
wow,
was...
that's surprising.
Minnesota was sloppy seconds. Wisconsin was swap. Illinois was chubby, so hey, election said, Queen said it too. Fat bottom girls, they need loving too. Missouri said blow bang.
What the fuck is
that? Louisiana is goth, which honestly makes sense knowing New Orleans and stuff. Michigan was suck my balls.
Colton was one of them.
Suck my balls, Kyle.
My balls.
Ohio was nympho.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Do you know what that means?
No, I don't.
It means someone who likes to fuck a lot.
Oh, so a slut.
Yeah, but it's the same dude. It's not like...
Oh, okay, I get you now. So he's a fucking player. He's a player.
It's usually girls that are nymphos.
Oh, okay. West Virginia was jiggly, so they're into the bigger jiggly girls. South Carolina was secret. What?
Oh, shit.
Georgia was panties. They just want to see some panties. Florida was MAGA. Make America great again.
I can't believe so many people in Florida went to porno and was like, MAGA. Oh,
MAGA. Yeah, I want to see some MAGA porn. Pennsylvania, maybe they meant to say mega, but they accidentally did MAGA. I don't know. Yeah, I want to see some mega cock. Oh shit, that's MAGA cock. No, not that.
AI Donald Trump.
It's just AI Donald Trump throwing his nuts up in the fucking Oval Office desk. Just woof. Pennsylvania was tushy. New York was Puerto Rican. Massachusetts was huge boobs. Huge. Vermont was best friend. New Hampshire was age gap. Ass to mouth was Maine. So they're big about the ATMs. Connecticut was lactating.
What the
fuck? District of Columbia was coworker. New Jersey was girl on girl, so far that's the only fucking normal one. Well, I guess morning sex and car sex were okay. Delaware was missionary, and Maryland was cute. I did skip a couple states. I did skip 2 states. The 2 states I skipped were Tennessee and Iowa. Because you'll never guess what Tennessee and Iowa were.
I swear to God, if Iowa is like something about fucking corn, can I husk this corn sexually?
I'm gonna husk him down. No, Iowa's big into rim jobs.
Oh, cleaning the old cinnamon twist. Got it.
But that's nothing compared to Tennessee. No, they don't want to watch morning sex. They don't want to watch butt plugs, ass licking, rim jobs. They don't even want to watch us others sucking people's balls. No, they want to watch genitals getting waxed.
What the fuck?
Yep, the top relative search in Tennessee was waxing genitals. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't quite
Oh
what?
yeah, peel it. Oh, he peeled it. Oh yeah.
But to continue on with the sex thing, I have this. There's a sexual pervasion expert. I'm sorry, pervasion. Emphasis on perv. Expert. These are, and she has the weirdest fetishes that she's ever studied. I don't know what 2 words I combined there. So Dr. Mark Griffiths is a social psychologist who studies paraphilia, a sexual trait known as, oh my God, I'm really testing my goddamn knowledge of the English language here. Colloquially, as a fetish. I have no idea what that is. He's a professor of behavioral addiction at Nottingham Trent University, and he revealed the 5 most shocking sexual obsessions he's ever come across in his research. Paraphilias are typically accompanied by intense sexual arousal. God damn, dude, I haven't been drinking yet. Jesus Christ. Sexual arousal to unconventional or non-sexual stimuli such as enemas, statues, teeth, and vomit. And they both had their own types of philia. Okay, so enemas was klismaphilia. Statues is algamatoliphilia. Teeth is odontophilia, which obviously makes the most sense. And vomit. Who's getting turned on by vomit? Some dude. What the fuck? Does somebody see somebody throw it up like, oh my God, I got a raging boner. I need to go take care of it. Or a girl's just like, I am damp.
Ew.
And vomit was edomophilia. Ematophilia. I don't know. You can pre-order his book, new book, Sexual Perversions and Paraphilias, in A to Z. But some of the top 5 are vorophilia. Perhaps it's one of the most high-profile examples of vorophilia to date would be actor Armie Hammer. In 2021, was accused of an ex-girlfriend of harboring cannibalism fantasies. However, rumors about the Call Me By Your Name star's most debased. Jesus Christ, why you gotta put big words in here? Proclivities pale in comparison to Armin Mewes and I'm not gonna fucking try. Some dude in fucking Germany. So this dude gets turned. So vorophilia, I believe, is you get turned on by cannibalism.
What the fuck?
This German guy posted around 60 online advertisements seeking someone who would be agreed to be eaten before meeting some dude in March 2002, who allowed this German to bite off the tip of his penis so the two of them could eat the flesh together before he stabbed the Swedish guy to death, all of which they videotaped. Surprisingly, this German was sentenced to murder and is currently serving a life sentence. What the fuck is going on in Europe? The hell?
They're fucking eating and killing each other. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ!
They're giving them sex.
They're giving themselves homemade circumcisions, and then they're killing each other. What the hell?
What the fuck?
So the next one is proctophilia. So Griffith claims to have published the first case study on proctophilias, those turned on by flatulence. The 22-year-old American from Illinois recalled his crush on a girl who farted in school, telling Griffiths, "This blew my mind." Yeah, blew his mind. He knew by simple biology that girls farted, but hearing that the that the girl I had been fawning over was capable of such a thing sparked a strange interest in me. Oh my God, she farts? What? Holy shit, Johnson, settle down there. Jesus.
My pants are tighter now. Whoa!
His attraction to farts wasn't limited to women. He learned as a teenager after he and a male friend agreed to settle regular bets by allowing the winner to fart in the loser's face. So there was a continuation of pink eye in this household.
Shit.
He continued to lose such bets every few weeks for about 2 years, Griffiths wrote. What the fuck, man? Like, I get sometimes it's funny, somebody farts. Well, it's always funny when someone farts, but...
Hot fart in your face, loser.
Okay, what I want you to do... It's too bad Brianna's at work, because it's like... the next time Brianna farts, I want to be like, oh my God, I want to get down with that sauce. I want you to say that, all right?
All right.
Or just say something like really outlandishly sexual. Like, oh, that really turns me on. Huh?
No, just be like Deadpool. I'm soaking wet right now.
I am damp. Okay, so the next one is apodomophilia. Apodomenophilia. Both real and imagined amputation are involved in apodomenophilia. Some apodomenophilites, I don't know, need only to fantasize about being amputated or engaging in sex with someone who is. A few, however, have gone so far as to attempt to trick surgeons into cutting off a limb. What the fuck is going on with people?
Jesus Christ.
So you get turned on by getting your arm chopped off? The fuck? As Dylan would say, this is some type of masochism. Yeah, it is, because case studies suggest that there is no eroticization of pain, only the healed amputated stump.
Cut my arm off and then fuck the hole. What?
Do you remember the kid in high school who he didn't have a hand? It was just like a nub.
Oh yeah, those little
yeah.
nubs.
Yeah, he's just got nubs. Yeah, he would be the best fister, I'm sure. You just stick his whole hand. Well, he didn't have one. He just stick his whole arm in there.
Stick his whole. Oh wait, you did have one.
So the penultimate one on here is decryphilia. Decryphilia are turned on by tears, which honestly makes sense because it's decry. Griffiths has found 3 subtypes of people who fetishize crying. Compassionate types are aroused by empathy. Dominant/submissive types may induce or experience crying amid power play, and curled lips, decried philias, who focus is specifically on the subject's protruding lower lip. So anytime a baby cries, they need to go crank it up, I guess, is what I'm getting out of this. So that makes sense of why the Mile High Club is such a big thing, because there's one crying baby, and now we got to get 2 people in there to fucking crank one out. The last one on here is salophilia. Getting down and dirty is the aim of salophiles, who are aroused by the sight of filth and unkept bedmates. Griffiths wrote of one case study, a 50-year-old Australian man, the land from down under, who frequently masturbated in dusty or grimy places, such as a garbage or under furniture as an adolescent. Who's masturbating as an adolescent? Dylan, look up what's the age range for an adolescent. Would you look that up for me? Because when I think of adolescent, I don't think of someone who's, 14 and older. No, I think of someone who's like, 2 to 6.
The World Health Organization defines adolescence as the age range of 10 to 19 years old.
That's not an adolescent. That's a fucking preteen to teenager. What would you consider an adolescent to you?
Well, not to 19. It's probably 9 to 15.
See, that's not an adolescent to me. That's a teenager. Preteen to teenager.
Adolescence is the phase of life between childhood and adulthood. So it is a teenager.
I don't know. That's just not what I would associate adolescent, but whatever. As he got older, his obsession with muck grew to partners, though he found it difficult to find like-minded women. Yeah, I fucking wonder why. This guy would be real good friends with this douchebag here in Cincinnati who flushes the shitter once a week. I bet they'd get off great. Get along great.
Oh, that's why. That makes so much sense. He lives in Ohio. Gotcha.
It all makes sense.
That dude, I guarantee you that dude's like, hey, can you just put your pussy lips up on the ledge there and make them dusty?
You see that dust bunny
What
right
the
there?
fuck?
You see that dust bunny right there? Yeah. I want you to fuck it. Huh? I want you to fuck it. How about
Rub
no?
it all over your body.
Yeah. How about no? I want to use it as lube. How about you just get the fuck out of my house? His fetish was not limited to strictly sexual context, confessing he was also aroused by the grossed-out reality competition show Fear Factor, in which contestants performed disgusting stunts for money. I just find the defilement of an attractive woman's body erotic, he told Griffiths. So he's like watching Fear Factor. He's like, oh my God, I gotta,
Yeah, dude, just stroking it while some poor lady's getting fucking tormented by cockroaches.
Oh, that's not an image I needed in my brain. Oh my God, I'm gonna go throw up now. Great, now I'm gonna turn on someone else because they like the sight of vomit. Dude, this is why I say there's not enough bullying in this world, because Jesus, if there was more bullying in this world when they were younger, none of this shit would be happening. Like, come on, man. Oh, it's a little weird. A little fucking weird. Why do you say that? Because you're the only dumb shit that does this shit? Yeah, I'd say it's a little fucking weird.
You fucking weirdo.
What was your first fucking guess? Holy shit. Now, I didn't bring this up at all because I didn't know if I was going to, but before we roll into Pornstar birthdays, I do want to bring up the fight that happened last night. Or, well, last night we recorded. Friday night, the 15th. Between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Yeah, exactly what fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody can tell me, look me straight in the face, and this was all just done for money. That's all it was done for.
Yep.
Seriously, a mid-20s-year-old Jake Paul is going to fight a 50-year-old Mike Tyson. You tell me that right there and be like, this is just a money grab. That's all this is a money grab. Come on, people. Let's be fucking real here. Seriously.
I'm going to give props where props are due. Mike Tyson did hold his own in the first 2 rounds. But after that, it was just terrible.
He's 58. 58 years old. What the hell? Do you really think he had a chance against a 20... How old Jake Paul?
Oh,
like
absolutely
27?
fucking not. 27,
No. Yeah. No. How about Jake Paul? You go fight an actual boxer. Or a fighter. How about you go fight one of them? Let's actually do someone who's, I don't know, in their fucking prime.
He did, and he lost.
So yeah, he's not very good. Yeah, he's got to fight all these has-beens or retired bastards who've been out of it for fucking years because he's trash.
Or MMA fighters that don't have the skill set to be a boxer.
Yeah, because it's a total different style of fighting. It's like, why don't you actually, if you want to be in boxing, now I understand there's no big boxing league anymore. Not like, back when Muhammad Ali was fighting or, Mike Tyson or whatever like that. I mean, now it's kind of UFC and MMA. But it's like, go one of them 2 routes and get shit on, all right? Just do us all the favor. Go do UFC and get shit on by actual fighters. It's just... that's why I didn't want to bring it up, because it was just... nobody could tell me from the beginning that it's legit. No, it's fucking not. It is not legit. Stop it. It's just a money grab, and unfortunately, a bunch of dumb motherfuckers fell for it.
Dude.
Now, granted, there's the fights leading up to the main event that were probably actually legitimate fights, right? Because you have amateurs that are trying to make a name for themselves. That was probably legit, but the actual main event, bullshit.
Yeah.
Total bullshit.
The Netflix is going to catch a lot of slack if they haven't already, because goddamn, dude.
Yeah, I guess they had issues with their servers.
Yeah,
it was real laggy.
Dude, you fucking watch like half an hour and then all of a sudden you get kicked out. It's like, and then you have to spend another fucking half hour just to get back into the fucking thing.
Think of Peacock during that AFC wildcard game last year with the Chiefs and whoever it was. It was people had a hard time watching it because of the same thing. They didn't have the proper servers to allow people to watch 25 million people to watch one show at the same time. The servers couldn't handle it. That's where it's like the streaming shit couldn't go to work, because if I would have paid money to watch that shit and I couldn't watch it, I'd be pissed as all hell. I'd be demanding a refund. Like, you promised me a fight and I can't watch it because your infrastructure couldn't support it. How is that my fault? Give me my money back. If you did pay-per-view through ESPN for UFC, you didn't have a problem with it because, well, UFC, it's a goddamn TV channel. It's not a streaming service. Stupid. But I got a different, that might be when we bring back a what are you so mad about, fucking live sports on streaming, I got a big bone to pick with that shit, but not today. So, but what is going to happen today is a little bit of this. So after you can crank up your worries after watching that sad show of a fight, you can watch these two ladies fight it out over some cack. Such as Charity Crawford, who turns 26 years old on November 17th, being born in 1998, an American from North Carolina. She started in porn at the age of 19 in 2017. At 5'10" with 32 Bs, you can praise God. To her over 100 credited films, such as Faces Covered 5, Remote Controlled Orgasms, Come in the Pool, you can guess how that's spelt, and Teen Squealers.
Teen Squealers.
So happy birthday to Charity Crawford. Also a happy birthday to Natalie Brooks, who turned 27 years old on November 18th, being born in 1997. An American from Vice City. In 2018 is when she began her porn career at the age of 21. At 5'2" with 34 A's, she's been nominated for the awards Sloppy Head Savant of the Year. You can pound the piss pump. To her over 200 accredited films, such as 9 Girl Scat Orgy, Nuttin' to Lose Now.
No. Go back to the first one. What?
9 Girl Scat Orgy.
That's fucking disgusting.
Why you say that, Dylan? There's nothing weird about
Scat is shit!
There's nothing weird about 9 Girl Scat Orgy. Seems totally normal to me.
Fucking zoos, dude. It's a fucking zoo is what it is. It's a monkey exhibit. Let me rub my shit all over you. Oh.
She's also starred in Only Fools Wrap Their Tools. And you can also catch her in Chloe Comes on Washed Panties.
What the fuck?
I don't know who Chloe is, but alright, whatever. And finally, we're going to wish a happy birthday to Judy Jolie. 26 years old she turns on November the 18th, being born in 1998. And an American from Las Vegas, Nevada. At 19 is when she started her porn career in 2017. With 32 C's in her 5'3" frame, she's been nominated for the award Teeniest Vag. And you can celebrate Palm Sunday to her nearly 500 credited films, such as Filling Her Vacancy, Come Fuck My Hairy Pussy.
Right on the nose, huh?
Yeah, right on the nose. Taste the Tip. Well, that German and that Swedish guy sure did.
Bruh.
And you can also catch her in Jizz the Season.
Jizz the Season.
So happy birthday to those women. Oh my God. I had to hastily put that one together because Dylan's like, oh yeah, I'm ready to record now. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm not, because I haven't done this yet. But all right, let's move on before we wrap this up. Let's move on to our Functional Idiots of the Week. Dylan, who is your Functional Idiot of the Week?
My Functional Idiot of the Week comes from...
Don't say that. Don't say that.
What? Comes from?
Please don't say that.
What's from? Comes from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
New Jersey. A lady decided to hop the fence at a zoo and proceeded to stick her arm in a tiger enclosure.
Huh?
Yes. Stick her arm in the entire tiger enclosure and proceeded to entice the tiger so she could... What? Fucking pet it.
That is some of the dumbest shit.
Obviously, the tiger was like, a snack's right here. I'm going to try and take a chunk.
Oh, nom.
She quickly pulled her arm away and didn't lose anything, unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately.
Darwinism should have got this one, but clearly didn't happen. Yeah, that's my Functional Idiot. There is a video of it, too. You just had to search for it. But, yeah.
My Functional Idiot of the Week goes to, you know the toy company Mattel, right? Make Barbie, a bunch of other stuff like that, Hot Wheels. Well, there's a new movie coming out called Wicked. Now it's based on the Broadway play Wicked that's insanely popular. They adapted it into a movie. And that's coming out shortly. Mattel partnered with the movie Wicked to come out with some 2 dolls based on the protagonists, Galinda and Elphaba. I don't know. On the back of the boxes, there was a link for the website to go see the to look up for the film, right?
Oh, I think I've heard about this before.
And if you want to go look up for the movie, it's wickedmovie.com. Well, unfortunately, somebody at Mattel didn't quite do their due diligence, because rather than putting wickedmovie.com, instead the porn site wicked.com had a 12-year high of traffic after Mattel mistakenly prints the URL on the doll boxes. Meant for kids. Is quality control not a thing anymore? The blunder was first spotted last week or a couple weeks ago, with the X-rated site now experiencing viewership unseen since mid-2012 due to the situation normal all fucked up. Wicked Pictures produces porn parody movies including Captain Marvel 3 or 30, I guess, XXX. It's unclear whether they plan to capitalize on the unfortunate Mattel mix-up by making an X-rated version of Wicca. Fuck yeah, they are. Hell yes, they are. If they're not, they're stupid. They are stupid. Why do... You would think that when they make this partnership, right, they get all the information. Okay, we want you to put this on the box describing the character that you're buying, and this is the website. Did they, not read it or something like that?
Clearly not. Not.
I mean, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? So, yeah, my functional idiot go of the week goes to the Mattel Corporation, because that is a massive, massive fuck-up of epic proportions. Oh, yeah. But you would also think at the same time, because the movie's produced by Universal Studios, that they would get an example of the box, and they didn't look it over themselves either. Like, no, it's good, it's fine, checked out. Check, send it. Nothing? No one decided to look at this at all? Like, how many people saw this? Yeah. How many people saw this and didn't think, hey, wait a minute. You're telling me nobody at Mattel has ever went to wicked.com or heard of wicked.com? Nobody? Not a person? All right, whatever. Whatever you say. That is an epic oops. That goes into epic oops of the year. Because it's, like I said, it's meant for kids. For kids. And you have a URL for a porn website on there.
Yeah, holy shit, dude.
Good job, guys. Good job. Everybody gets raises.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, so... Well, that's all we got for this episode of the Functional Idiots podcast. Sub 2.5 hours. That's a first for a while.
Yeah.
Damn. You can follow us on Twitter at what, Dylan?
At Functional Idiots. Oh shit. I don't know.
No, it's at Fun Idiots Show.
Functional Idiots podcast.
Or you can just type in at Fun Idiots Show too.
Yeah,
that works too. Yeah. Okay. All right, Smarty Pants. What's our YouTube channel?
The YouTube channel, Functional Idiots Productions, of course.
Oh, okay. What's our email then, Smarty Pants?
Email Functional Idiots Podcast @gmail.com.
No, it's actually at Hotmail now.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah. Yeah, the Wicked things really got me turned on, so I changed to Hotmail.
Hotmail doesn't exist anymore, but all right.
Exactly. It's the point. I don't want your emails. Oh my God. So, that's all we got. Next week we should have, well, I don't know. It'd be nice, but I have a new game that I want to play, but it requires another person. And so we're just waiting for said another person to, whoever it is, to join us. But maybe you just have to listen to episode 53 and see if that happens or not. Yeah, right. It won't. So, but until next time.
Don't be dumb.